your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up. Can't put on no show. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up. Run the track.
Fucking shit loop again. Right. We're back, people. Big up. Big up. Should we have expected anything else? I don't think so. I don't think so. But still, this fucking manager is a criminal. He is a villain. He is a terrorist. He is a coward. A psychopath. What the fuck was that lineup, bruv? What the fuck was that? I thought the Real Madrid lineup was bad. But shit. Lampard said, hold my coffee. I can do even worse than that. God knows what this guy is going to bring to Arsenal away. But it's going to be a car crash. It's going to be a car crash. Big up everybody that's in the comment section. Like, subscribe, all of that. What's everybody saying? I'm just going to scroll through the comments. Pochettino, big mistake if sell and buy doesn't happen. It will happen. It will happen. Jaisu says, arrest him right now. Big facts. No club briefing either on yesterday's result and aftermath. Let's just play. I will not pray I'll not survive another Lampardian terrorism ball. Sorry, my friend. He ain't getting sacked. I wish he could. 5 games in and I want this brother gone already. That is a record. That is a fucking record. Lampard said you had to be patient with young players. Yeah, he meant Conor Gallagher, bro. He meant Conor Gallagher. Big up to SU. Big up to Chelsea Mark. Big up to Andreas. Felt even the Chelsea space and Twitter's gone quiet today. Everything's just dead. Because this club is just toxic and it's just mind-numbing and it's just depressing. It's every adjective you can find. It's just shit. I started laughing my arse off in the pub when I saw that lineup. The brother put fucking Gallagher and Sterling up top. Gallagher and Sterling up top in a Premier League football game and nothing else. And Kante. And by the way, fair play to N'Golo. He's the only guy that leaves that game with his head held high. Him and to an extent Fofana. The rest of them, shower of shit. But Kante, everything in that first half that we tried to create flew through him. He was carrying us. Re-sign him, give that guy whatever he wants. It's done. Only positive. The only positive from that game was N'Golo Kante. To an extent Fofana, but even he was poor for the second goal. He let Mbeumo into his left foot. And he's left-footed. Like, what are we doing? But that was just it. That was the only issue that he had in that game. It's just shit. I see everyone saying vibes. This isn't vibes. This is suicide vibes. This is suicide vibes. This is genuinely shit. I remember on Sarcasm City yesterday, I said we went from a pothead to a crackhead in between Potter and Lampard. The only difference that we've taken is that the drugs are harder, and look at the results. Look at the results. Chelsea are 0-5 under Lampard. We are 0-6 in general. We're already 0-7 without a win, if you count the Everton game and the Villa game. We've gone 7 games without a win. One more game, and then we've got our 007 day. 2 more games, and Lampard has his 007 day. And our next game is against Arsenal. So we already know what's going to happen with that one. We already know what's going to happen. It's just going to be shit. Probably going to hold 6, 7. It's going to be a pissed off Arsenal side looking to pull themselves back up into the title race. They're going to try and up their goal difference. We are going to get our cheeks clapped next week. Pause. But it's what's going to happen. It's what's going to happen. Gonna get battered. Gonna get fucking battered. That lineup was crazy, but I can actually see my friend, how? Please tell me how. How and where are we getting a point? Because I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. I think we're getting battered. I think, honestly, we are getting battered. Yeah, no, this isn't vibes. This isn't vibes. This is shit. This is just shit. Do you see what the Brentford manager had to say? Yeah, I did. Let me pull that up on the big screen. Man said we showed Brentford too much respect. That's what happens when you have a coward for a manager. That lineup was a sackable offence. And by the way, how many times have I said that this season? With Lampard, with Potter. I've said it so many times. It's just shit. Yeah, Josh, Kante, unbelievable. Only good point. Only good point from the game was N'Golo Kante. Brilliant. Brilliant. He was just it. There's a super chat quickly. Big up to Cameron saying, being at the game, seeing the smallest players attacking for us and still putting a defensive team out, I can't anymore. We bring on attackers again, 2-0 down, just like Madrid. 1 win in 19 for Lampard. See how we only made attacking substitutions after we went 1-0 down. And we got better when they were on the pitch. Aubameyang came on, they gave us a little bit of life. Graham Potter, by the way, you are a fucking criminal for forcing me to watch Kai Havertz up top every week over Aubameyang. That guy's got fuck all confidence. And if he had a bit more match sharpness, I think the finishing would have been a bit better too. I need to see Oba get game time against Arsenal. I need to see Mudryk get game time against Arsenal. Do not be giving me Gallagher and Sterling and this shit again. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm tired of fucking seeing Gallagher in the lineup and then saying, oh, we'll give Mudryk, Madueke, we'll give Chukwuemeka these opportunities if they deserve it. What the fuck has Gallagher done to deserve it? You're just putting him in the firing line for criticism because you want to put him in every single team. Gallagher has become Lampard's Mason Mount because he can't play Mason Mount because he's out for the rest of the season. So it's like, cool, I'll whore out Conor Gallagher instead. Like, what's the point? What's the fucking point? It's so stupid. Rotherham away next season, Plymouth away, probably. Lampard's the same manager that played tell a lie, Iwobi's decent at centre mid. I think that's the wrong thing for you to get at Lampard for. There's so much more you could get at Lampard for before Iwobi, bro. But big up yourself. 1 goal in 5 games. Yep. Do you know Oba had more shots on target in 45 minutes than anyone at Chelsea's had in 5 games? It's fucking mad. Brentford had 1 shot on target and scored twice. And we still have to play the whole top 4. We still have to play the entire top 4. By the way, congratulations to Conor Gallagher for winning Player of Goal of the Month by default. Our only goal of the month. And it was deflected. Oba was shocking as well. I get it, but he's had 1 appearance off the bench since January. I'm not surprised he didn't have a bit of sharpness. He came on and was at least in the right position. Didn't lose the ball too much other than with the shooting. I think he needs a little bit more game time. I do not understand why we haven't given him game time. It makes fuck all sense to me. But whatever. We really got to fight Forest for a draw. Bro, Forest beat Brighton yesterday, you know. Beat them 3-1. We should have lost 6-1 to Brighton. So we're not winning that one. Lampard is going to go 0-11. He's going to go 0-11. Because he's a fucking idiot. I wish I could speak nicer, but he's a fucking idiot. That's it. We have had 0 goals in our last 4-5 games. No, 1 goal in our last 5 games. And this is the front 3 that this criminal wants to come out and produce. Like, what? What is wrong with you? What is that going to bring? Where are the goals coming from? The attack we had in the second half was more likely to score than the first, but we'd already fucked ourselves by then because we'd already conceded. What is this idiot doing? It's a fucking idiot, man. I need to get this shit off my screen before I get even angrier. Can't be bothered. Yep, Oba, he probably did. Probably did. Imagine Gallagher at false 9. I will just spend the whole first half in a concourse. Just necking pints. Fuck that. Taddy says, Lewis, I'm going to need in on that Chelsea group chat. It filled up, but I can make room. DM me. I need to know your name. DM me. And I'll sort that. But it got packed out real quick. Yeah, 1 deflected goal in 7. 2 goals? Who's the Oh, the own goal. The own goal. Yeah, fair enough. Fans here in Nigeria distraught. Bro, big up to yourself. We're all distraught. All across the world. People are waking up at 4, 5 a.m. for this shit. Like, I'm suffering enough and I only have to travel about 20, 30 minutes. Some people are waking up at 4, 5 a.m. Big up to you guys. Because I don't blame you for just not bothering. This season is stress wherever you watch Chelsea around the world. Yeah, Jacob, he looked way better than I thought he would. Some people were scared he'd go 11-0. Do you remember when people were worried that we might get Lampard on a permanent? That shit is funny, bruv. Frank Lampard is never going to get himself in a position where he's going to get the fucking Chelsea job on a perm. No chance. I don't think anybody does. Lampard needs to go back to punditry after this. He's not even a bad pundit. He's a good pundit. Stick to it. Managing ain't it. You ain't a manager, bro. Some of the post-match quotes I saw from him was ridiculous. Where is it? I think I saved some of it. Actually, no, I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. I'm still going to search for it. You're right about what can you do, because this is a problem that predates me. When there aren't many goals, you also have to start a lineup tactically. That's what we did against Madrid. So he said he set up this team tactically, and he did the same thing against Madrid. And he set us up in a way to score goals. Huh? What is wrong with you? Maybe it's time to see more of those players that played today. Who? Even the likes of Silva and Enzo look like they were on the beach. And this is what I was worried about when we got knocked out by Madrid. These players would lose their motivation, their desire, their intensity, and look what happened. I saw some of the slowest passing I've seen in my life. Passing that people would have butchered Jorginho for. And I saw it in even worse fashion yesterday. No intensity, no nothing, no pride. And speaking of pride, Frank Lampard, the pride is there. We have to keep going. Where? Where is the pride? That was a performance that said pride? Are you a bisshead? What are you talking about? Man, I mean, he's just straight up lying on the mic. Just chatting shit for the sake of it. Oh, this guy gives me a fucking headache, man. Fucking headache. I think there was even more than that. But it weren't Pies who posted the rest. I'm trying to find everything here because we need to just deep the bullshit that is coming out of this guy's mouth. Even the press conference, Potter was just like deluded. Not even deluded. He just sounded like he was high all the time. This guy, though, he's just straight up lying to everybody. He's just lying to everyone. Let's see. What else was there? Was there anything? No, that I think that was it. Okay, yeah, that was it. That was it. Thankfully, that's the end of the shite that I've been seeing from Lampard. There's a few more super chats. Hit the like button, people, please. 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 Big up to Alex. Says Aubameyang needs more game time to be at his best, but he's a pro footballer. Had 2 opportunities he completely fluffed. At least kicked the ball harder than a 5-year-old. I get it. The shooting, like the shots wasn't great. But I do think a lack of confidence and sharpness plays a part in that. Aubameyang is still our best finisher. I think he needs a bit more game time. I understand it. The shots weren't great. I think with a bit more game time, though, I think he hits the ball better. That guy has had 1 appearance off the bench since January. That's what, 20 minutes in 3-4 months? I don't blame him for not having a bit of sharpness. I don't blame him. Really don't. Yeah, the brother played Sterling as a striker. Fucking prick. That's me, Lewis. California early kickoff time. Bro, look after yourself, man. You don't have to wake up. You don't have to. I get you will, because you're proper Chelsea, and I hear that. Big up to yourself. But yeah, you can skip a game or 2 if you have to. It's probably going to be the same result. If we bring in Poch, we'll be slain. Exactly. I don't want Poch to come in now. Poch and his pressing system, and with these unfit bastards, it's not going to work. And then Poch is going to get slandered. Right now, we are a hopeless mess. The players are on the beach. The manager's an idiot. The owner's made a couple terrible decisions this season. If you bring in Pochettino, he's not going to get these players fit in time, and then he's going to get the flack. The players don't care anyway because there's nothing left for them to compete for. They're on the beach. There is no way out. We just have to hope and pray that there's 3 worse teams than us at the end of the season and then just move on. That's it. That is all we can do. That's all we can do. It's not even worth bringing Poch into this mess right now. It's not worth it. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Some man said straight, dead ass, not even a smile on his face, I'd rather have Frank than Poch. No words. No words. If you're a fan of the NFL, I don't know any NFL teams, my friend. I can't tell you that, bro. Yeah, everybody was sloppy. Everybody was sloppy. Everyone was sloppy. He basically said, we don't score, therefore I'm just going to set up tactically for a draw. Well, he's done that twice and we've lost. So it's been great tactics from Lampard. Great. Yeah, Kova's been suspect. I'm finished with him. Just get rid in the summer. Get rid in the summer. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Probably wants to move on. Bye-bye. Whatever. Tired of it. Just tired of it. I say he's talking about LGBTQ pride. That's probably the only pride we have left. Big up to the LGBTQ people. It's the only pride we have. Imagine we had a Chelsea all or nothing. That shit would actually be box office. Fucking hell. He's still the same guy from before, blaming everyone else. No responsibility, no acceptance, big facts. Lampard needs to fuck off. He needs to go. He kills Havertz for that. You're talking about the 2 shots. Yes, because Havertz has probably had our most minutes this season. Therefore, he is fresh. Therefore, he is sharp. Therefore, he should be doing better. Aubameyang has had 20 minutes since January. Sorry, he's not sharp. Thoughts on the new heavyweight? I actually rate it. It's a nice belt. That belt wasn't coming back unless they slapped the big WWE logo on it and they styled it out. So fair play to them. Fair play. Yeah, bro, Oba has to at least come off the bench against Arsenal. At least. Yeah, we are Charity FC, bro. We are Charity FC. It's just fucking shit. Big up to Jonesy saying absolute Chelsea for the Lampard interview. Let's see, is there any other quotes? Why am I looking through for these fucking quotes? Lampard will continue to be caretaker manager till the end of the season. Yep, not surprised. Chelsea lost 11 of 26 league matches since Tuchel left. Yeah, we are also at the point now where if we didn't have Tuchel's points, we would be in the relegation zone. We're at that point now. It wouldn't be a point off the drop or goal difference. No, we'd be going down. We have been in relegation form for the last 8 months. Genuine relegation form. That shit is unacceptable. Straight unacceptable. That's on the players, that's on the manager, that's on the board, that's on the owner, that's on everybody. That is on everybody. Because Chelsea was going to have an off season, but we weren't going to get relegated. We are in relegation form. We are in fucking relegation form. The fact we managed to get 11 points under Tuchel is the only reason why we're still going to be in the Premier League next season. That's where we are as a football club right now. That's where we are. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Exactly. Nothing to lose. And he goes, whatever that shit was. Rory said that he wouldn't mind us getting relegation on the Lampard. Well, he might get his wish. He might get his wish. Oh, no, we can still banter them. Hold that, you fucking trophy-dodging bottle jobs. Biggest season in years, and you're going to win as many trophies as we are in our worst season in years. You dickheads. Absolute pricks. Enjoy top 4 and getting knocked out of the last 16 of the Champions League like you do every year and being stuck in limbo because you lot ain't touching the league title, you bitch boys. Hold that. Party, you're a prick. Simple as. Fuck Arsenal. That's the one joy I have left in football. And I still had to miss that game to watch us lose to Brentford. Fucking shit. How was Tony? I can't lie, Tony was a bit quiet. Decent hold-up play, but that was about it. That was about it. He was a bit quiet. This season is to find out what works. Nothing. Well, what Lampard's trying isn't working. That's a first. That is a first. Big up to Artem saying, I have a hard time understanding how Frank can't read the room. The season is over, so give fans something to be excited about. Start Madueke, Mudryk, Carney, Badiashile. Exactly. If he just gave the youth a chance and we lost, it probably would be whatever. What has Badiashile done to get benched? I don't understand it. Badiashile is getting the Tomori treatment. For what? No reason. to put Chalobah at left centre-back. And he's not even a left centre-back. Chukwuemeka didn't even make the bench. Mudryk, Madueke were on the bench. Felix, Aubameyang, all on the bench. For fucking Gallagher. For fucking Connor Roadrunner Labrador Gallagher. And off-form Sterling. What? What are you taking? I don't even want what you're smoking. Because it's clearly not helpful. What is he doing? Ugh. Save for the donation, Artem. Big up. Big up, my guy. Big up. Can't be bothered. Yeah, fuck Arsenal. Fuck off. We can't chat to Arsenal from a relegation battle. Bro, we have nothing left. I don't care. They can hold that. Dickheads. I don't care if we're 11th. I'm still going to be shouting up from 11th, telling them to hold that because they're dickheads. They deserve it. They're shit. Fuck Arsenal. Every day ending in a Y. Fuck Arsenal. And they can hold that. They can hold that. Yeah, congratulations, Fraser. You did your job. You did your job. For the greater good, my guy. For the greater good. I'd like to say we do our job next week. Nope. Don't ask us for help next week, my friend. You're just going to disappoint yourself. Just be grateful that you did your job. And continue to do it. And enjoy the inevitable 7 goals that you're going to put past us at the Etihad. Or hopefully, Guardiola's feeling nice and shows us a bit of mercy. Bags 3 early goals and just passes the ball around for a bit. It'll be like that fucking Xbox meme. The one where the guy messages the other guys like, look, you're clearly better than me at FIFA. Just pass the ball around while I make some toast. That's us. That's us. By the way, you're going to... Yep, I'm only going because I gave one of my spare tickets to an old mate of mine. So me and him are going to go. We're going to make a night of it. That's the only reason why I'm going. Because we're not winning. We're not winning. See, Tade, I understand that, but like Chalobah still started. And Fofana. I don't understand why Badiashile ain't playing. It makes fuck all sense to me. Ugh, shit. It's just fucking shit. Yeah, bro, TJ, every day. Like, I don't get having a rivalry. Well, I get having a rivalry with Tottenham, but like, Tottenham is shit. At least Arsenal, there's a little bit of competition there. Yeah, LFC for the double. You did your part as well. We acknowledge you. Big up to yourself. We all have to unite against a greater evil that is Arsenal and Party. So big up, my guy. Big up. What do you think will happen to the likes of Enzo and Mudryk if we get relegated? We're not getting relegated, but if we do, you're part of it. You can come down with us. Big up to Bobby saying, big up Lewis. Gutted I can't join the stream today. It's going to be some show. We're a fucking mess. And I said it couldn't get worse with Frank. I was wrong. Me too, my friend. Hands up. We got it wrong, people. It got worse. It got so much worse. So much fucking worse. At least Graham Potter isn't the worst Chelsea manager in history now. Lampard managed to take that off you in record time. So big up to yourself, Potter. You've left with some dignity. Some dignity. Like a crumb of dignity. Yeah, cool. Cool. Is there anything else I wanted to get off my chest? Let me have a look. Chelsea have scored as many goals in their own net as they have in the opposition's since Graham Potter was sacked. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Yeah, not really. Not really. He's left with more dignity than Lampard's had. Lampard came in with no dignity and he's going to leave with less. I don't even know how that's possible. But hey, we're here. Criminally offensive lineup, bruv. Gallagher and Sterling, you joke, man. I dare you. I dare you play that lineup against Arsenal. Because if you do, I'm not going to question your legend status, but I'm going to question, do you genuinely care about us? If you're willing to put that shit out against Arsenal. You're asking to get cooked. Cooked alive. Because we were still playing high up even with that lineup. So it's like you weren't even trying to play for a draw. You genuinely thought we could win with that. You are tapped. You're crazy. You're a fucking psycho. I don't believe it, bruv. 2 games in a row with 2 of the worst lineups I have ever fucking seen in my life. Worst lineups ever. Fucking useless. Watch and see you go to a back 4. Like, I get what you're saying, but I don't have an issue with the fact that we played the back 5. I don't have a problem with that. The problem was Asby right wing back, and the problem was the front 3. For what? For what? What were we doing that for? Stupid. You have Sterling up top. Wow, in what world is that working? Sterling was still shit. But with the same energy, what do you expect? Hold up the ball. 5'5" Sterling. It was a joke. It was a fucking joke. Lampard is not my guy, by the way. Just because my dumbass thought it couldn't get worse than Graham Potter does not mean that he is my guy. He is not my guy. It's fucking useless. Oh, link's going out. Link's going out. So I've got everything off my chest. Bear with me. If you want to guarantee I don't miss your comments, hit the super chat button, like, subscribe, all of that shit. Panel is coming in. And of course, my laptop wants to move slow today. Everything's just fucking slow. Can't be arsed. I think that's everyone. I think. Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, Kai's still in Israel. Fair enough. Right, yeah, that is everybody. Big up Mitchy boy in the cup. Big up my guy. Yes, guys.
Yes. Big up, Lewis. Road to
Yeah.
40, bro. Oh man, this is the slowest.
It's the longest journey
How long have
of
we been
my
waiting?
life.
Like, when did you say that? Mid-January? We've been like, what, 3 months?
Yeah.
3 months we've been waiting for 40 points?
3 months I've been waiting for 15 points.
It's well over 40 days ago. Right.
So cheer
Maybe you should take it off
on
your
to the sun and rain.
Yes,
Chelsea.
Chelsea is our name. Up the Chelsea.
We are the worst team.
We need
since Derby
Casemiro,
County.
Josh. We need Casemiro on this team.
Alex, you prick. I swear down.
We're just
Fuck
missing
off.
one key piece, Alex.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, to be fair to Lewis, if Casemiro was on the Chelsea team today, I bet you he still wouldn't start Haaland and he will put Casemiro in.
Yeah, be Casemiro in the 10.
He will
That's where
put
he'll be playing.
Casemiro in. He will not put Haaland
He'll
in the
put
start.
Casemiro and Gallagher up front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kante, yeah, up there.
Lampard is a criminal, man. I don't care.
Oh my word! I watched the game again.
Why,
Why are
Alex?
you doing that to yourself,
Why?
man?
Man,
Why would you do that to
I
yourself?
told you not to do that
Because
yesterday, man.
I have
No, you
to
didn't.
make it
You're
understand.
a sadist, is what you're saying. You love just putting
Yeah.
yourself through pain.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I have to understand the guy and what his
Why do you
comment.
need a second viewing?
Here's an easy explanation, bro.
Yeah.
Crack.
Well, it's like
No.
it's like you have nothing. You literally have nothing to lose. Like you're not going to be here. No one's telling you like what you can and can't do. I mean, I just don't get it. Like, what do you
Just
like?
go all out attack.
Yeah,
Just
I
go
don't
all
get.
out attack.
Lewis, you said it right earlier. Like if the fans saw you at least like doing something different with the players you're selecting, putting young guys in, giving guys a chance, and you weren't getting a result, like I think the reaction would be a little bit different than you continuing to run out like the same shit. And then the fact after the game that he was like, well, in the first half, I don't know, we weren't really attacking that great. Well, no fucking shit, dude. You have Conor Gallagher, Raheem Sterling, and Golo playing in the front three. Like, you're never going to attack. And Brentford were super smart to let us have the ball in that first half because it's like, what are you going to do with it? You're not going to do fuck all with it. We just swung it side to side for 45 minutes. And
Just
thing is,
as-
like,
as a-
Josh,
Josh,
you know the first time,
before-
you probably heard me say this, Josh, right? That when I was truly out on Lampard, it was seeing Tammy Abraham cross it to N'Golo Kante against Arsenal, yeah? Do you know what I saw yesterday?
yeah,
So
him
go-
crossing and nobody's there.
And also
Yeah,
crossing it to Gallagher.
The one cross that Asby had, he crossed it into the box with not a single soul in the box. Like not one person was in there. It's like,
God, we're back to crossing the Hope FC.
It's a goal shot.
Bloody
That's
what
not a
it is,
back
dude.
cross. This is what you're supposed to
yeah, it was
do
a
if
good
you're in that
cross.
position.
It's a good cross to nobody. Literally nobody in the box.
No. It's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hope there is a player that.
Sure. No, I don't. I'm not upset at the cross. I'm upset that he just swung it in, and it's like just.
Like, look,
It's a beautiful
I don't
golf
know.
shot, that cross.
Look,
mate. It's a beautiful
I try to
yeah.
understand the for one point the reason because to make his comments after the game to make sense for me because I refuse to think that Frank Lampard is a different person from the manager to the player. Even if you're a player, I don't think you're supposed to be a really great player to become a good manager because it's a different kind of understanding of a game. But I'm refused to think that he thinks the way he puts the lineup. So I went to watch again for the specific thing, try to understand where he gets this idea that he wanted to play the same against Real Madrid, the same way what is like he meant, I'm assuming, against Real Madrid and everything. And I understand on that point of view. So he thought, that's what I came up with. He thought that he will go and try to park the midfield and get control and not and eliminate the threat. So what he did is trying to minimize the risk conceding a goal. The problem is this is not Real Madrid. This is Brentford. You play in the same tactic applying to the Brentford team. And that's when, like, I seriously, how, dude, how? You're supposed to think as a player, like, even if you're not a manager, it's a player. Where's the outcome? You wanted opposition to make a mistake in their defensive zone, but if they do take a mistake in defensive zone, you still have nobody to score.
He was playing for a draw. He wasn't trying to win.
No, I don't know if he was playing for a draw or not. I'm not saying he played for a draw or not. That's not the point. The point is, if you have that many midfielders, you have some kind of midfield control when you do have a possession of the ball. But to give you an example of what happened, possession of the ball before the goal was 2-0, we have a less possession with more midfielders on the field at home.
And then what killed me? Did you hear what he said after the game? He said Aubameyang is the type of striker.
I watched the game the second time.
He said Aubameyang is the type of striker that is a unique striker that we have in a squad. Is the type of striker that you need in this team. Blah 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 blah. Why didn't you play him then?
Rodrigo, like go and just read his comments after the game.
Yeah,
and
he told you
why. No, go and read his comments, take away the date, and you could honestly think they were from his first time in charge. I said this in the chat earlier. He's learned nothing. He's the same motherfucker who managed us the first time. There's no responsibility. He takes nothing on himself. It's always everyone else. Dude's talking about, this problem about goals like predates me. You're the fucking manager. Fix it then. That's your fucking job. Like, why are you talking about what was before?
Well, it's
Why do you
gotten
not
worse under him?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think he said it after the game. Like, I don't think he basically said, I don't think we can score. So I set up in a way that will give us the best chance to maybe get out of here. Like, which he clearly did. If you look at it, like he doesn't think we can score goals. He didn't play any forward-thinking players, and I think he thought Brentford were going to have the ball. We'll press the ball. We'll try to have him make a mistake. And Brentford were brilliant. They said, "Here, you have the ball. You take it." We had the ball. I think we had the ball. I think we had the ball for like 65-70% in the first half, and we did absolutely nothing with it. It's like they were smart. They said, "Here, you take the ball. Let's see what you have. You have no attack, so we're not really scared of you. We'll pack the box back a little bit." And then in the second half, they just kind of pushed us a bit. It was like as soon as we put attackers on,
ball fraud scores against us again. Same motherfucker, man.
Do you know what's funny? You know what's funny? That formation could have worked against Arsenal. Obviously, have two strikers. I mean, Aubameyang. He could have. Yeah, against Arsenal.
No, there is a slight difference between what happened with this formation between Real Madrid and yesterday. The big thing is Sterling. No, Sterling. It's a Sterling. It's a fucking Sterling. As much as I can't stand Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz is better at that position than Sterling. He could at least do something. He's not a liquid shit. He's a steady shit, but he's still shit. But he can do better. That at least make that midfield hold to the ball for a little bit longer. Sterling, it's completely opposite. He cannot do shit by himself. And by the way, people, hit the like buttons, because if you think it's not hard for the just think of Lewis. Like people saying like I'm give up on this season and stuff. Think of Lewis, the guy that have to make the stream, so you will have something to do after, so you will get some anger somewhere. And you come on the stream and you fraud so many of you and not even hitting a like. Come on.
Yeah,
Alex, I think I think one of the big differences with Real and this idea is Real actually had the ball. So when we're pressing with Gallagher or whoever, like at least they had the ball to do that. When Brentford give us the ball, those guys are useless, dude. They're useless. Gallagher, Conte in attack, like Angola was fantastic yesterday. He was literally all over the field, but like. Those guys aren't attackers, man. Like, so if you give them the ball, they're gonna struggle to do anything with it.
Look, if what's his name is won the goal of a season, Blondmount, Aspi is gonna win the goal scorer of the season this season.
One goal
this month. For the month of April. That's the own goal. He scored it. Nobody else is scoring it.
He didn't even have to jump.
To be fair, he had no idea about where the ball going.
I'm still struggling mentally with what he picked as that front three, because what I've seen him do back in his first time here as well was when he usually pick it based on like how hard they work in training. He bases it off that, and then we see the worst front three of the season, or at least what I've seen.
What happened? Jerry Springer died or something?
We didn't even play a front three. We played a 3-6-1.
Honestly, it's whatever. It's done. We made a decision. We have to lie. This is the decision we made. We have to lie in it, and we can't fire him.
Springer died or something.
No. Oh crap!
I don't like that defeatist mentality, bro.
What do you mean defeatist? What do you want?
Toya, put some money on it. What? You want to bet that I like the video?
Oh my gosh. What the hell is going on?
We got to AV saying 1 deflected goal in 7, 4 wins in 2023, 0 against a top 10 side, and 1 away win.
I thought you're my friend, Taya.
You guys are behind Poch, and that's fair. But if Poch couldn't win with Kane, Son, and Eriksen, what is he doing with this bunch, bro? That doesn't correlate at all.
Exactly.
You're talking about one good player out of 3.
Yeah, right. Kane.
But I don't think you understand. We're in literal hell right now. Our standards are the lowest they've ever been. I said this on the last stream,
so you shouldn't be the one that talking.
Yeah.
You want
to change things for us, my guy.
Oh, it's not even that, bro. I said it on the last stream. I just want to see a cohesive team. That's all I want. That's the starting point of what I want, is a cohesive team that looks like they can play together.
The cohesive team didn't happen since Tuchel left.
Yeah, that's fair.
No,
that's my
let's
point,
not bring up.
No. I'm saying even Tuchel did not at the last couple of games with Tuchel. We didn't have a cohesive either.
Yeah,
my
earlier
on
he did.
People are expecting us to go from this to winning leagues under Poch. I'm like, no, We just need to go from this to just being cohesive and challenging the top 4 right now. That's where we are.
This is why I think like people they think that everybody is a Superman. They not just gets up and crawl and then fell on their ass, stand up, fell on their ass, stand up. They think that you like when you born, you just slip out of a vagina and just start sprinting like you some bull.
Exactly, bro.
No,
It's
motherfucker,
like,
you're supposed to walk.
Like Alex, it's like this season we lost both our legs and they're expecting next season we're going to run a marathon. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what?
He's just wasted a golden opportunity to like give young guys minutes in the league.
Exactly,
Like,
and that's
like,
the sad
let them get their
By the
feet,
way,
let
I
them
know
get their feet wet. Like, I mean, Mudryk came on. He was like the best player on the pitch when he came on. He was so like he was trying to create things. He was exciting. He was getting into the box.
He was not afraid of the defense.
Not even
He
a
was
little.
not afraid of them.
He was megging center backs. He was getting into the like dangerous positions, putting crosses back. Like, and then and like Frank looks at that and goes, I guess I should have maybe done that for fucking 90 minutes. Like,
Also, I didn't know he had set pieces in him. He's pretty good at set pieces.
Well, yeah,
he is.
Listen,
Tuchel needs to get out of the freaking set pieces, man.
3 straight corners against the first man. Like, we have no one in this team who could fucking hit a decent set, like cross from the like. Chill hit the first man.
Have a near post runner for a flick on. I think it's what he was going. There's supposed to be somebody there, and there wasn't.
Right.
So I don't know if.
Let's talk about that before we kick it in there. Then, like, let's make sure if someo's going to get there.
That implies that that's been worked on in training, bro.
Yeah, I would hope. Yeah, I would think we have all these.
By the way, who was the tallest person on that free kick to receive it?
Probably Thiago Italo.
That's it.
Big up to Irish Yellow for the donation. Safe for that. Saying I think Lampard is being used as a fall guy for Clear Lake Capital and the Todd Bowley consortium. It sucks to see them use the dumbest lineup ever. I wouldn't be surprised if the bottom 3 have a miracle run to knock us down. I don't think that will happen, but Lampard being used as a fall guy. I don't even think that's the case.
He's not a fall guy. He just sucks.
What are you talking about?
No.
I wouldn't.
He got fired.
Blame it on the Americans.
There's nothing on the owners, man. The only thing is, it gives me a little bit memory of Lampard before when I lost the shit with him. So it's just like it's nothing changed. That's all it is, man.
A little PTSD. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing medicine wouldn't help. With the players and the coaches we've had this season, who have all been garbage.
Yep.
It's only on the owners because they go out and play on the field every day. You know, they go out and play games every weekend.
There's a sound thing, but I will not jump on them and say that that's their fault completely.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say like the last 5 games is really anything different than what we've been seeing all fucking
exactly.
I mean, like it's obviously that's not going to be as consistent because I mean Potter was here for how many months? You get a little bit more consistency with that length of time, but it's nothing different than what we've been seeing.
It doesn't help when you're saying like, like you comparing yourself to the previous regimes and slamming previous regime for anything. That's the one thing that kind of cringy. Do shit before you talk shit. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, I still believe in Todd. I don't have a problem.
I took shit this morning. Can I talk shit?
Sure.
I'm just asking.
No. I believe in Todd. That's all it is. People feel like I really think that I think he's the better owner than a better American owner than other ones. I seriously do.
I still think it was the best option. I still think it was the best option. People are just being short-sighted. People are being short-sighted.
And I still think that he's actually best option we could have had in a short period of time.
It's funny. I'm sure that a lot of people who are criticizing him now were like, "Oh yeah, Roman knew what he was doing picking these guys initially. When we were spending a bunch of money, and now they're going back on him again."
Yeah.
Y'all just need to be patient.
Well,
Roman knows what he was doing picking these guys.
If anything he showed the ambition. He just
ambition.
Not smart with the ambition.
That's what you really want.
Ambition.
That's what you really want out of an owner. You want him to be ambitious. You want him to try to constantly be improving the team. Listen, firing managers, that is a football. Everybody in football does that. Like it's a rare. You can name Pepe and there's like 2-3 guys you can name that are at a place for a long time. It's a cycle of football. Guys fire guys to re-inspire the team. It's much easier to fire managers. I don't really care that they've sacked 2 managers. One of them was sacked for Moya was trying to give some behind the scenes stuff yesterday. It wasn't footballing related per se. So that one I don't necessarily put on them. Potter was a rush hire because of that. So, he was terrible. They fired him. I'm okay with that. But like to sit here and point fingers at them, I mean, it's interesting. Roman was there for 20 years. He hired and fired guys every other season. Like,
I'm not entirely voting into this new clear leg stuff, but I'm gonna reserve my criticism.
It's too early for my criticism. That's all I'm gonna say. It's too early.
It's way too early.
Yeah, you're comparing a 20-year reign to less than a year. Like you can't do that.
Exactly. You can criticize them for this season, but
we shouldn't be bum licking them.
If any of the managers that we have had any kind of kahunas, it doesn't matter how many players you got in the dressing room. You pick the best out of them and say that bully, don't get involved.
Yeah. For owners, you unlock players, you look at them more long term. Players, obviously, we can judge them after a season. Managers after seasons, but owners is something you have to wait. You just have to wait. You can't. At least
That's
5
a false statement, Alex. Iqbal never criticized Roman for hiring and firing model. There was never criticism of Roman. The Roman criticism for the different thing.
Yeah, and listen, ideally, I think they'd like to have a manager that they could have for a few years and build something with. After a certain amount of time, when you have these caliber of players in your team, they lose interest, they get bored, they get tired of your message, and it shows on the pitch. But I think most owners would like to have a guy that they could have and build something around. I don't think they want to hire and fire, but as soon as you get the hint, the sniff that they've lost the locker room, you got to let them go. It's over at that point.
Look, can we say definitively that we need to get rid of Sterling this summer?
Yes, instantly. Hey, I just want to say big up to him for starting that scholarship fund. That is the best thing he's done all year. He's been stealing a living otherwise. So at least I'm glad he's robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. I appreciate him for that. But my God, he's a Robin Hood. All of his funds should go to that scholarship fund. This guy's been stealing a living all year. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen at this club, and I'll continue to say that. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen at this club. He offers absolutely nothing. He has not one single unique ability. And for people to be like, oh, you just got to put 10 other great players around him. Then you got to go, buddy. Then you got to go. If you need 10 great players to be decent, then you got to go.
You know what they're already coming out with since Poch is going to be our manager, right? Mane to Chelsea. Yeah, we've already seen that.
But why though?
Where you see because every manager that goes for the previous players.
No, he didn't.
Mane was at Southampton.
Did he have him at Southampton?
No, he wasn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't. No,
he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Mane wasn't there.
Mane came the year
that he left.
Yeah. Well, any Southampton player or any player he's formerly coached,
it will be linked
to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Adam Lallana to Chelsea. Let's go.
Brilliant.
Well, that's how they do it because it's easy.
Yeah, how many Harry Kane shirts y'all see in Chelsea?
Wait till the Dyer link starts.
Exactly.
He's 30.
I still think that 31. If you're talking about the scammers, Dele Alli is a football player. That's a scam, man. That's a racketeering of. Oh my word, man. That's a false player. People saying false formation, that's a false player, man. Dele Alli is a bum.
Yeah, they're going to start all that crap. Anybody that used
I think Dele Alli is worse than Joe, and that says a lot.
Yeah, at least he had one good season.
Jesus, Spring is dead.
I just speak on the potential.
Yeah, no, I think Dele Alli is a good player. His mentality is all.
I don't think he's a good player. I
think he's good.
If you're talking about the technical ability, completely bum.
Really? I don't know.
Yes. Ross Barkley.
Bum.
I think I agree with Scott. It's more it's just more.
I don't care what you agree. You go hold your hands together. I don't care.
Mentality is the
problem.
You and Scott go hold your hands. Sing Kumbaya. All the rainbows in the world to you two. I have my opinion, and that's just my opinion. He's a bum.
It's just like Ross Barkley. I think Ross Barkley was really talented, but he cared more about going out and drinking.
Are you secretly holding your hands now?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
We're
yeah,
gonna do it backstage.
yeah. Some of these guys, you get a taste of it too young, and then your mentality just is gone. And I think he's mentally been broken, to be honest with you. So I don't know how you heal that
It's the Mourinho
to
season,
get.
basically.
Yeah.
Look at
And
Alex.
Josie was straight with him. I thought that was one of the best things I ever heard a manager tell a player. That sit down that he had with him, but he was already at that point. I think he was lost in the sauce at that point already.
Dele Alli was the somebody put it in the chat saying Dele Alli is the like somebody needs somebody needs to build the team around. I think Alex said it. What kind of who in the world will build the team around Dele Alli?
yeah.
So we have Dele and Sterling, two guys we need to build around.
Frank Wood, that's why he took it to Everton.
Yeah.
He went from
Frank
Dele
had
Alli
it.
to Ali
He
G.
didn't play him.
Yeah, then didn't play him.
Did you hear about Frank having talent ID? Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah.
Do you know what?
You saw all the reports saying that Poch said focus on the homegrown. Focus on homegrown. I'm like, you think Pochettino cares if it's homegrown or outside talent as long as they're good?
No.
Any
I
coach,
think
they
he's
don't
talking
care
about
about
the
that.
homegrown. You can get a homegrown player from the different team. He doesn't have to be Chelsea homegrown. He didn't say that. You need to concentrate on
He didn't
homegrown
say
player.
that, period. I bet he didn't say that.
Yeah, I don't know
I've never heard a manager say that.
I don't know if he would dabble too much in the team this season. Even if he gets announced and he's going to take over at the end of the year, I don't think he'd be like, I want to see these 5 guys play the rest of the year. I don't know if he would
You
do
think
that.
Frank would even do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Yeah. I just can't see that happening. I would
Come
like
on,
to see
guys,
that
it's
happen.
600 of you here. Hit the like button, man. We're about to speak on Arteta and the flops of the season. So you don't deserve that kind of ass whipping if you're not hitting the like buttons.
Who has the cannon that's droopy? There it is.
Right on cue.
That's a Poco Doco, man.
Why?
Why? Because there's not a single
Oh boy.
I didn't want to finish the sentence. I changed my mind in the middle.
We got it.
But
you man, hit the like button. We're here losing our mental state every week, bro.
I actually had to turn the TV over and watch Man City because I wanted to watch a national team play together, and they play some beautiful freaking football.
It was a good game.
They know where everybody's going to be
at the same time.
Yeah, they know where everybody's going to be at every time. They just play the ball blindly, and there's somebody there.
That's my takeaway. It's outstanding how they just pass the ball and you're like, is someone gonna get it in blue? And they always do. They always know where their teammates are. They always are ready to receive the ball. That's probably the most impressive thing about that team for me.
And that's literally where I'm at. That's what I said earlier. Like that's just what I want from this team. I don't care about winning right now. Like I just want to see that from my team. That's all I care about. That's
actually sad if you think about it.
If you see that,
bro, that's where we are. That's why I said that's where we are, bro. Like
that's where we
I
are,
just
though.
want
Like
to watch Chelsea play.
Like
I
just
want
want to
them
see
to
a team
win.
that works, that does that shit. That like you see someone make a pass, you see someone putting a cross in the box, and it's not because they're just hitting and hoping. It's because there's like 3 men in the box and they actually put in a good ball in. It's not someone hoofing it 60 yards because they're just trying to see if they can spread it. It's someone they've picked out a good pass. I'm at the basics of where this club is at. Like,
can you bring
just
Tyler's comment for me, please, Lewis?
Just show me the basics.
When we finish. Go ahead.
I say I'm just looking for the basics with this team. I'm looking for I know it's like the English passion thing, but I'm looking for guys that run at the moment because we're not even doing that. I'm looking for guys in the right positions on the pitch in terms of like link up play. I'm after off the ball runs, but like good runs, not just into random areas of space that make no sense. I'm looking for cohesion. That's all I'm looking for.
Well, you do those kind of crosses when Aspilicueta done it when you already so good in the system awareness that you know without any doubt that you will have a forward over there. That's when you do when Ashley Cole there crosses to Didier Drogba. You do that. You don't do when you see Tayo's comment. This actually brings Tayo's comment. Look, why we're criticizing players for if they play out of position? First of all, it's not like they are not football players. It's not like they are like, oh my God, I'm a surgeon, but I cannot prescribe the cough medication. You see what I'm saying? It's somewhere near football. You know what I'm saying? It's if you're forward, you can make for 15, 20 minutes as a center back, any kind. You know what to do. You're a football player. You're not going to be great. You're not going to be that. But the problem with what you just said is we the ones that not put them there in the first place. So if we don't put them in there, and manager still puts the players outside of position, why are you thinking we're not going to criticize him? If the manager thinks that he's good enough to be in that position, why we cannot criticize him?
There is a player in the Premier League named Bernardo Silva who plays all over the pitch. I think he's played forward, midfielder, left back.
Where Kimmich played? What position Kimmich played?
Kimmich plays all over.
Oh shit, Jerry Springer passed.
I was going to say also, like
Yeah,
I'll say,
I
you
told
could
you like
put
an
plenty of
hour
guys
ago,
like that.
man.
And one of the best fullbacks ever to grace the game in Philip Lahm played on the right, played on the left, and at the end of his
Lahm,
career.
yeah, I
played in
forgot about
DM.
Lahm. What a player, man! What a
Yeah,
player.
it's just
He's a
that's kind of a
Spilicueta of
misnomer.
the previous 10 years.
Unreal.
Even as Spilicueta, when he was in his prime, where he didn't play.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I gave him player of the season when Kovacic won it, because he played right back, left back, center back. Like, that's got to be player of the season. He does all that for your team.
Look, I mean, I understand Toya's point. The problem is why we're criticizing the players. The players are here for 3 years. For 3 years. Kai Havertz, something changed, formation, position. Anything changed with Kai Havertz?
The thing is, though, like, the thing is, Alex, like, if you just go on the game yesterday, like, so few of us have actually got on any of the players. Like, I'm not getting on like most of these players. Like,
You
for
know,
the game yesterday, or like, for example, I saw someone getting Aubameyang earlier. I'm not getting Aubameyang because, like, what's the point? He's played like 20 minutes, and it's like I saw a tweet, by the way, from Oscar, which I agree with, where he said buying Aubameyang was a ridiculous decision. Buying Aubameyang and never playing him is an even more ridiculous decision. Like,
exactly.
I'm not going to get on some of these guys. I'm not going to get on Kante playing right wing at times, even though he's not a right
better
winger.
than a right winger. Some of them.
Even a guy I don't rate, right? Even a guy I don't rate like Gallagher. I'm not going to get on him for the game yesterday because what is my man meant to fucking do? Like, what are you expecting? He's not a good footballer anyway. But like, what are you expecting?
Look, that's
what am I expecting?
That's not. Scott, that's my biggest problem with the managers. Is always I always will refuse to criticize on the starting 11. But gee, my God, I couldn't. I can't explain it. Go ahead, Jester. Sorry.
No, Justice.
Erling Haaland is the best striker in the world.
Fucking
I don't want to hear anything about that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in France. He don't come close.
Oh my word! What a beast! What a beast of the football player.
That dude ain't real.
That ain't real, man. He passed Thierry Henry and nobody noticed.
He's got 50 goals in all comps, I think, this season.
He passed Thierry Henry record and nobody noticed.
I was going to say, he's one off the record for the Premier League. He's one off the record for the Premier League, and there are 7 games left to go.
And that's when there was 42 games. Right?
I'll say he's 7 goals away from 40 league goals in a Premier League season.
That's never happened, man. Do you know how hard it is to score that many goals in Premier League?
No, Thierry Henry's never scored that in a single season. That's what I mean. It's Salah's record. He broke Salah's record. It's not. He didn't even break Henry's record. He broke Salah's record, not Henry's record.
No. He broke Henry's record for something else, for
Premier League best player in all
best player, like one season best.
Yes.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I think
it's against Arsenal.
I think it's 1 goal away from breaking Shearer and Andy Cole.
Yeah, he's literally 1 goal away with 7 games before he ties the record, I think.
He's still playing Chelsea, so he will have plenty of time to fix that.
I was gonna say, bro, I think he'll get 40 goals. He's getting 40 goals in the league.
I hope he goes to Real Madrid for the sake of the Premier League next season.
You could say he had
Give him another year. Another year. Let's come.
He only signed for 2 years. Why would he do it? Why would he do it in England if he wins the triple this season? What's the? Oh, he's gonna be upset he didn't get the League Cup.
It's all mad.
And
But,
for my benefits,
over
for
that
freaking
14.
benefit on the Premier League. Remember when Lukaku was good? You fraud of a people, man. Scott, you are
Owners have made 3 big
that's
decisions
the
that
biggest
could
L I've
have
ever had.
relegated.
I will ever have.
Lukaku was not there.
Oh,
And I'll hold
this is-
that, bro, and I'll hold that with pride. I will hold that with pride.
You
I'll
know
hold
who
that
else was saying that? The fraud of the Football Association. Not you, Lewis. Stop
He
hiding.
was saying that, but there was someone else as well.
I know he was saying, but I ain't gonna
Yeah.
bring him. There's a person called Monster CFC.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
All of a sudden, this week he was Dr. Monster CFC.
It's Monster MD, okay? It's Monster MD.
Yes, this week he's Monster MD. Can you imagine being such a far from the coffee from the Starbucks to say, "Oh, look at those people." Mason Mount had TikTok of the surgery on his nutsack, and he think that's the medical reason for him not to be sold. Oh, hold that, people, because he's not gonna get sold because he's injured. What kind of medical he will pass? He's still gonna play this season at the end of the season.
Yeah, because 1 hour before he sent that
That's
message, they
3
said,
weeks recovery, man.
yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. They sent it a couple of hours before he sent that message. So it's like,
He probably already home chilling, making TikToks by the time he posted that picture.
he's already sitting on his donut, man. We already know that.
That's what I said. The recovery
Someone
is
doesn't
actually
want to
sitting
sign a
on the air
contract
donut.
and then they disappear with an injury. Oh, where have I seen that before? Have I seen that?
Oh,
Did
we
you
saw it
buy
with
a
Willian.
Macy's
Remember
picture?
with Willian when he went to Arsenal? He wouldn't play against Arsenal. He had some
Who?
stupid injury. Willian. At the end of
Oh,
Frank's...
the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Where's Finky popping up? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That's
Oh
mad.
yeah, Monster said Mount is more technical than Felix.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's right as
oh,
well.
get out of here. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I like Mount, man. But
Big up Monster,
why?
but that's a
Those
bad
are the
one.
reason. Those are the reason people hate on Mount more
Exactly.
than anything. Those kind of comments. When you compare him to Cruyff, when you comparing him to, I think he
Johan
would.
Mount.
Like why? Why would you do that to the kid?
Mount probably
That's the
hates it.
divide. That's the reason we have a divide for the Mount.
Well, you know, his initials are MM, and he went from male.
Merseyside Minerals.
No, he went
I
from
swear,
male
man, I
M&Ms
wanted-
to
I wanted-
female M&Ms.
I know. I
Female
wanted.
M&Ms
I
ain't got
wanted
no
to
nuts.
comment. I wanted to comment on the pictures so bad, saying like he's finally switched, like made the transition.
He thinks he'll have that good success. So
You mean to a real footballer, Alex?
No. He
No,
will
no,
be
no.
a good footballer on the other side of the team. You know what they do.
Oh
He's going
boy.
to play for the English national team, but it's not going
Oh
to be the men's
boy.
team.
But I didn't want to bring that much attention to it.
It's
I
good that
love-
you didn't say it
I
on the
love
stream,
my-
then, Alex. Yeah, it's good that you didn't say it on the stream. That's right.
Big
I
up
love
to
my
David.
alphabet people.
Yeah, big up. Big up to David saying owners have made 3 big decisions that could have us relegated if Tuchel's not here at the start, and we're supposed to have confidence in them. I think it was just a domino effect from sacking Tuchel so harshly. Like Potter
Even
had to
though-
go. But Lampard should not have been the interim.
Even though I still want Mount to stay at Chelsea because we have a bigger, more worse players needs to be get out of this team than Mount.
Yeah, we've had a scoring problem for years now, except since Hazard left, we've had a scoring issue.
And that's a lot to say because Hazard was never compared to the good goal scorer player.
Well, he created more than
Good
he
intention,
scored.
execution, crazy poor. Big up. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he always had almost as many assists as he did goals. So he was-
Maria Mount. Oh, you're crying. He's about to be in your team, man. He's about to be Maria Mount for LFC.
Maria Mount, you know. What is that?
Oh, my word.
You man are not serious today, but I don't blame you. Chelsea aren't serious.
If not that, we're gonna cry. Did you see Arsenal fan crying on the national YouTube channel?
Yeah.
No, I only got
Oh,
to see
yeah.
a couple of them. I'm gonna watch the rest
Oh my
tonight.
word!
Did you get to see what X did after the game? What did he
Yes.
put out?
X?
That
What
that
X?
was
promo
that,
was
that was
mad.
What
We
was
had
who's
the
X?
fish
Who's
to
X?
fry.
expressions.
No. I still want to see it. I still want to see it. I watched him live. How he was trolling. What's his name? Troops.
Robbie.
Yeah, he was tweeting him. He was texting him during the live game, and you can see the reaction of Troops when he received those texts.
Oh, there's troops. He
You
was
seen the
Yeah,
crying Gooner on TikTok?
he was live tweet. He was live texting Troops. I was watching Troops. Like I had the 2 TVs for the games, and I just switched and put both of them on the thing, and you can see when the message, and you can see the Troops' face expression. When expression
he also-
text get there.
He also called rants during the game, and they were laughing on the live stream.
Yeah.
You
By
see
the way,
what's happening?
don't
It's funny
say
as hell.
What
Troops was a
Arsenal's doing to people, bro. Man are crying and everything. It's
Oh
all
yeah, I've
mad.
seen this one. Oh my god.
That man needs to go get laid.
Oh
Only
my
people who don't get laid
God.
cry.
Oh, but you could tell he's
I was
crying as
gonna go
well.
to the parade, and now
My
there's
wife
no
said
parade.
that I cried when we conceded to
players,
Bayern in 2012,
Absolute bottle job.
but I refused to say that.
Alex, we're trying to listen to the video. Shut
Absolute
up.
fucking
No.
bottle job, man.
He's not crying. That's
Can't
fake
even let a
tears.
video
I
go
was
back.
gonna go to the parade, and now there's no parade. These players,
Way!
absolute bottle jobs. Absolute fucking bottle jobs, man.
Yeah, I don't
We
think it's
went
actually
to
real
Etihad
tears.
on our knees.
And
Nah,
you got stuck in
nah.
the face.
Rival fans said, "Yo,
Nah,
Dow,
that's not real.
watch, don't get too
I don't
excited.
think so,
You're gonna
man. I
bottle
think
it."
it's
They've
stayed.
been saying that for 2 months. We go there,
It
we
is.
bottle it. I've had enough.
He's done
I'll
enough.
feel
to
that,
get
man.
right.
I'm not doing
He's
it any more
smiling
videos,
more
any
than
more
he's
TikToks.
frowning.
I'm
He's
done.
trying to
I'm done, man. I'll
He
see you
dropped
guys
the
next
gimmick.
season.
Yeah, it's the
He
gimmick.
dropped the gimmick, bro. He dropped the
Yeah,
gimmick.
yeah. I
He
still
dropped
will
it.
hold them for that.
Yeah,
He,
still
I don't
he
think
was
that's
on
the
the
purpose of
football
it.
terrace saying that they were going to lose 4-0 the other day. Now he's crying. That's
Huh?
What, this
cap.
guy?
This
This guy?
cap.
I get it.
What, this
I
guy's
get
been
it.
on a terrace.
Yeah.
The
He's on the
biggest
terrace.
thing that
Yeah,
Arsenal
no,
fans
on the
did was
terrace.
By
overrate
the
their
way,
players.
people need to stop saying that Troops abused his wife. He didn't do nothing.
Oh, facts. Facts. That's the
That's a
biggest load
stupid.
of
And
waffle.
that kind of DT, man. I actually like the DT, but what a fraud,
The
man.
dynamic between the pair of them, that's just it. They've been together like that. They've known each other for years, and people want to say, "Oh, that's abuse." Man's clearly laughing in the background.
Dude,
They're trying to
my
say it's
wife
abusive.
checks the
What a
scores
load of
before she
waffle.
drives home to know what mood I'm gonna be in. My
That's
kid's
just
not
it.
allowed to come downstairs until the game was over.
Oh, you shouldn't be doing that on camera. Well, bruv, they're calm with it. Like, no one cares about what your opinion is. Like,
Yeah,
it's
if
about
it's-
you two. Them two
if
are
it's-
calm. Shut up. Let them move on with their life, and that's it.
If the
Especially,
people in
especially
relationships aren't
she's a
complaining,
Spurs
you
fan.
shouldn't either.
Yeah.
She's a Spurs fan.
Imagine how they argue on North London Derby days if you think that's bad. Like, shit. That's what relationships are about.
It was funny though.
I can't
He got
believe
caught in
people
240
actually tried to cancel him. I can't believe it. People actually tried to cancel him.
They tried cancel Troops before. He's uncancelable. It'll never work. They just thought they were onto something with him.
I like DT because of his football, not what he does outside the football. HM.
No, he
Yeah.
was the funniest dude on him and
Yeah,
Troops
DT is
on
funny.
AFTV. They were
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, both of them. Don't tell me there's like now even when we lose now it's kind of cringy. That fat what's his name? The owner of TV try to be making like
Robbie?
Robbie walking like Morgan Freeman, like believe what the hell? You don't have to zoom. Yeah, like he made the like the last shot of the video, him instead of Emirates. Like, dude, you're covering the whole stadium with your uranium like a circle around your like freaking stomach, man. Like, there's no Emirates stadium behind you.
Jesus.
You know, mate.
Hey, Lewis, let me ask you
Yo.
a question. Did AFTV remove all the videos that had DT in them?
Don't
Oh,
think
No, I
so.
don't think they
Actually,
have.
no, I think,
No.
Did they? I
I
don't
think-
remember if they did.
I think they removed the last fan cam they done with him, which was the 2-1 defeat to City at home. But I think apart from that, they mostly kept all. his
HM,
previous
maybe
ones.
that's why I like DT. Because
There's
he was
a couple.
violent.
There's a couple of fan.
I didn't
cams
know what
still
he was
there.
violent outside the football. All I see is YouTube.
No, they haven't taken any down.
Oh, I just wondering.
But it's funny. It's funny how he pretends to. You see, that's the part I don't like about DT now. He's trying to pretend he's calm. He's like, "Why is everybody so upset? I'm calm." I was like, "No, you're not. Look at your 5 previous tweets when you were tweeting about the game during the game. You're not calm. And the fact that you're trying to say that you're calm, it says the opposite."
I saw his tweets. He was calling them bottle jobs.
Yeah.
All sorts.
He's like, "Yeah, why is everybody so upset? I'm calm." Oh, you're.
Yeah, for how long, bruv? For how long?
Well,
that's the real question.
Until somebody mouths off to him. Then they'll throw him in a car, lock him in. Won't let him go.
Waffle, bro.
I can't wait. I can't wait when what's his name?
Also, well, when next
did he
week
said
comes-
he became Muslim in the prison? Big up for him.
What?
I don't know.
Did he?
I don't know. That's what HM
Used to
said.
me. Fair play. Fair play to him. Well, yeah, and all of that. Anyone
By the
here
way-
from Ty? I didn't even see Ty's fan cam. I haven't checked any of the AFTV fan cams.
Yeah.
Didn't have time.
Look, I would like to ask the question for since we started talking about Arsenal. I asked yesterday about Arsenal because Lewis wasn't streaming. I want to ask about this the bigger viewer channel. No dig on other channel. Just need to grow a little bit. So my question is, what? Hold on a second. I'll ask Andrew. Andrew, how would the best way to describe what I was trying to say?
Regarding Arsenal.
Yeah. Like the Arsenal season. Here's like I don't like
in terms
let
of
me
like what they wanted at the start and now. Or
No. Who's more? Which fan base is more upset this season? Chelsea fans or Arsenal
right.
fans?
Yeah. It was like
Oh, definitely.
Is that the right way to ask this kind of
I
question?
think so. Yeah. We said it was them because we've already accepted our wish it. So it's one of
Yeah. Like, what do y'all think? Who is more upset about this season? Chelsea or Arsenal fans?
As a majority of a fan base, Arsenal 100%.
They're gonna be more upset next week when
A relegation.
or not next week, but
when you
next
get a
year
point.
when they don't make it out of the group stages and they don't get top 4.
Yeah.
You think I'm
What
playing?
do you mean?
Arsenal
Arsenal
Not
could
getting
be
top 4 this season?
next
Next year.
Oh.
Next season they won't get top 4 and they'll get bounced in the group stages
Oh.
because our team is not that good.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not convinced.
I actually want to place the bet with what's his name, with Igal. I'll put 100 that Chelsea will finish higher next season than Arsenal.
Then Arsenal, yeah.
Oh,
I want to ask Igal.
That's a brave bet, but I think, I think it's worth. I think Arsenal are in trouble now. I think, obviously, because Newcastle United, they're too far behind. They'll still finish in the top 2. But if they have
I don't think Arsenal problem is due towards to Saliba only. I don't think that's it. I think Saliba is the problem. I don't think Saliba is the sole problem of that team.
They have no depth, really.
Also, Rodrigo, by the way, you say that what you said about Arsenal. Who are United's 3 games in hand? Man United's 3 games in hand.
I don't know.
They have us. I know
they have us. That's a win.
And
I don't know
if they win all their
game
3 games in hand, they'll be like, what,
that's
6
a
points
possible.
behind?
That's a possible
9 points, 6
zero.
points?
That's a possible.
Yeah, but I don't
0-0.
think United's that good either.
No,
Yeah, I don't
Rashford
think
is out.
I really don't rate.
I think
United
teams at the beginning of the season, teams didn't really give Arsenal respect. When I mean they were attacking them, giving them space. But now teams have actually figured out, hang on a minute, we have to set up a certain way to nullify Arsenal. And you've seen it from
Exactly.
Southampton, you've seen it from West Ham. It's quite easy actually to nullify the threat, especially Zinchenko. Zinchenko is like a double-edged sword. Like he can, when he inverts, obviously he had the numbers in midfield, but he's such a liability defensively.
I actually think it's the midfield. I actually think it's the Partey.
Yeah, Partey's
if you will put the gap between Partey and Odegaard, it's done. That team doesn't have the midfield.
Yeah.
Because as much as I don't like Jorginho and Kovacic knew how to find each other. If those are separated, they don't look for each other.
But yeah, Partey's
flawless. Why you ruin my week already? I thought maybe Rashford was out for a season. We have a chance
Flawless.
to draw.
Since you're in the chat, who are United's 3 games in hand?
One's us.
I know one's us. I just do the other 2.
That's 3 points.
I thought
Brighton,
Rashford was out for the
Brighton.
season.
And
They
They
have
may
West
just
Brighton,
play Brighton.
I'm not sure what the
Or
other
he
one.
said
Don't
they
have
were
West Ham?
available. He played less.
No, it might be Tottenham tonight.
Tottenham.
Oh yeah, Tottenham tonight. Yes, yeah, Tottenham.
Ooh.
Tottenham, Brighton,
That's 3
Chelsea.
points. That's 3
That's what I'm
points.
saying, by the way. Like Chelsea and Tottenham, I think they'll beat. It's just Brighton if they're the other game in hand. Like, and then they're what 6 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah, but they're not going to win all those games.
Arsenal may not even finish second at this rate.
How many of those games are away? I think is Tottenham
Well,
away?
they're beating us and they're beating Tottenham. 100% they're beating us and they're beating Tottenham.
I wouldn't say 100%. I don't think
They don't play very good away from.
They don't play very well. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe it's because what's his name? Midfielder are out. What's his name?
Well, their center back.
Bruno.
Oh, Bruno. Yeah, Bruno is out. Yeah, and Casemiro is
Well,
also out.
that's a plus for them.
No, it's not plus. They need it.
He suits the way Ten Hag use him.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's a good player. But I think he uses them right way.
The dude, first of all, he needs to go to a dentist, and second of all, he needs to stop whining like a little girl.
Oh my God, this is the worst one I ever seen, to tell you the truth. And we watched Luis, man, on our team.
That guy whines about every little thing in the world. He goes,
even
he gets touched, he goes down and he whines.
Even
Bruno is available. Bruno is a freaking on the
bet from the ref, and he's still whining. Look, you just got a decision going your way. What are you still whining about? He's so annoying.
He said Bruno is better than Lampard. You asking, right? You ask to rain on your ass in a minute.
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't put Bruno on my team.
You must mean as a manager.
$1 billion.
Oh
he is not that.
Why would I
he is not
compare
that.
Bruno as a football player to manager as Lampard?
Maybe he's talking about Bruno.
He means Bruno Saltor over Lampard.
Yeah, Saltor.
And very
I think that's Bruno's first trophy as a professional for his club. For a club.
He didn't win anything with Sporting.
Yeah, Bruno has he's sitting in the booth.
They won the league the year.
Somebody posted.
Rodrigo, they won the league the year after he left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was
and the
his
guy that
first
replaced
ever
him.
professional trophy.
I'll say the guy that replaced him ended up doing better than he did in that sporting team.
There is not a single sense what you Toya said today. You usually on point with, but today Taya, you are losing it, man. Corny is not better than Kova, man. Maybe someday.
He will
be shit though.
I'd like
Kova
to
is
have
shit,
Kanye
but
some
it's
game
still,
time
man.
so he can make that judgment. That would be
But
nice.
he can go with Sterling to Bayern.
Yes, I can see that.
I remember everybody kept saying if Kova goes to Man City, he'll cook. Cook what?
Yeah, I was about to say, there's been more links of him to City than Bayern.
He'll cook if he goes to City.
He'll what?
He'll cook if he goes to City.
Cook what? He can't fucking pass.
If he's motivated.
No.
He's not
I
motivated.
think the final pass, Jimmy, is the problem.
I'm not want to hear about no motivated. I don't want to hear that
that's
bullshit.
not it. That's not it. I don't think he's going to be a starter. I don't think
Kobo
he's going to be a
cannot make a
starter.
3-yard
Yeah, he's definitely
pass.
not going to be a starter, and his job is going to be easier.
His job is going to be easier.
So
His
what's
job is going
cooking
to be
then?
easier.
What is y'all talking about? So what's cooking?
I don't know
How
if he's going to be
cooking
cooking, but he's going to he's going to do well.
like Jorginho, like is Jorginho cooking at Arsenal?
Well, he has
remember everybody said he'll cook.
there.
I'll bring that conversation later.
Fuck out of here! He's gonna cook when he get to Arsenal. Cook what? He fucking went there, boy.
Been there.
He went there and burnt water. About cook. Everybody that leaves Chelsea, y'all say they're gonna cook, and then when they don't, nobody brings it back up. I got receipts. Everybody said Jorginho would go to Arsenal and cook. Cook what? He's not even a fucking prep cook. He can't even touch the onion, the scallion, and the thyme.
He's the guy that washes the dishes, man.
Exactly.
To be fair, AC's been running a restaurant since he left us.
And Kova would not go to no Man City and cook. Cook what? Kova, look at Kova yesterday. Kova can't make a 3-yard pass all season. A 3-yard pass.
I do think we can use Kova as a potential. Like, you don't need Lavia right now, City. You don't need it. Here, we'll give you a good deal on the Kova.
Now that
Just
I'm with that.
don't buy.
I'm with that. We
Don't
need
get
a-
those. What's the name?
Man, look, we need a Nigerian negotiator. They'll sell Kova. Yeah, they'll sell.
Well, I know Gundogan is leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah,
Well,
Gundogan's
there's
moving
rumors
on.
that he might will extend 1 year.
Well, hold on, Jesters. Let's slow down because your guarantees have been flopping. Because Tony Cruz just re-up. Tony Cruz just re-up a new contract. Remember Mr. Retiree?
Yeah, and Modric
Yeah.
all of a sudden is talking about the year extensive.
Yeah, they extended him again. They extended him
I'm
with
not
the.
surprised. Why not? If Modric is playing faster than our midfield, and our midfield is supposed to be younger.
He's 37.
He's been playing at the same level for about 3 years. Like he's still
3-4 years straight. I don't know why people think age means they're about to retire. You don't go by their age, go by how they're playing, not their age. Those days of players retiring because of a specific number they reach,
the link
those
of the
days are
contract
done.
is the difference. I think the link of the contract is the difference. When you have a player like this and he's okay to extend for 1 year, why not? If it was a conversation, you see, when Chelsea did that, other Chelsea players like, no, I want 2+1. We can do that when you are 33, but for some reason in Real Madrid, we're like, okay, I'll play 1 year. And okay, I'll play.
Here we go again.
And they always look good.
Flavor
Next
of
year.
the month, Matoma.
Who's Matoma?
Of the month. He's been cooking all season.
Nah, he's a good player. He's had a great
He's been
year.
cooking since Trossard left.
Yeah, put him up against a low block, see what he does.
Even
Put him
before
on a low
Trossard
block,
left.
see what he does.
Yeah,
Who's
he's been
Matoma? Can
cooking.
somebody
The
tell me?
Japanese
Matoma?
winger from Brighton.
And Brighton, the left winger for Brighton.
I don't know what it is, this thing to where people always think it's a need to bash a player who's playing good. He's playing good.
And he was playing good in the World Cup.
Yeah, he's good.
You're talking
He's
about
a
the
good player.
Asian kid that plays for Brighton on the wing?
The
Yeah,
Japanese guy.
Matoma. He's good.
Let me tell you a story. If you put such an Ukrainian player in the same position and you're going to play him the way they play Matoma, I can tell you one thing.
He's going to look the
He'll
same
look
way.
the same.
He's going to cook. He's going to cook. Just like
What
y'all
that
say all
guy
these other...
Matoma does, what showed
tell you this.
actually yesterday,
Take
he's not
Mudryk.
afraid on take the player. He's not afraid to use the tight spaces.
I was about to say, fuck Jorginho. Put Mudryk in Arsenal, he'll cook. Because they'll use him the right way. Give him space. Get the hell out the way.
He will be
look how he
exactly
looked
where
yesterday.
Martinelli is.
Look how he looked yesterday. And nobody can't tell me Martinelli is a control baller. He plays with his fucking head down. But they give him space. They give him space. They use his talent. Mudryk is the same way. You got to give him space and let him just run wild. And shit will happen. But we don't use him like that. We don't. Like, if we don't get Frank the fuck out of here, he's gonna relegate us.
We can't get relegated.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
I know we're not. I know we're not. I agree. We're not, because none of those teams at the bottom are gonna win enough. But we're in relegation.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Oh,
yeah,
we've been in relegation form all
They will
year.
help us not get relegated.
Nah, not all year. Not all year.
We didn't see a draw anywhere.
I'm not. We've been in mid-table form all year. Let's not do that. We've been in mid-table
Within
form
40
all year.
days.
Bro, since like February, if you look at
Mid-September.
the league table from when Tuchel got sacked, we've been in the bottom 5.
No.
By the way,
Since February, yeah.
I want to expose that fraud named Master CFC, Dr. MD, ex-Crystal Palace center
I
back.
thought you already did that.
No. There's another one. My boy Roman posted picture of Thomas Tuchel saying if it wasn't for Thomas Tuchel, we would be in relegation battle.
Right.
You know what that fraud replied to him? How's Thomas Tuchel doing at Bayern Munich? What
Hey,
that
shameful,
has to do
but I
with
like it.
anything?
Well, that's a good question, though.
Well, ask him separately, not when somebody asked the question. If it wasn't for him, we will be in the relegation.
Well, I mean, what does that even mean if it wasn't for him? It's not like we started off good with him.
As in, without his points, we would be. I'd say the only reason we'd be 17th or 18th right now, one place above the relegation zone.
But hold on, so wait, but who's to say? But who's to say without him we would have lost all those games? Is that what y'all saying? Is that what y'all basically saying? Without him, we would have lost every game? That's dumb. That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense.
One
Well,
plus one
that makes sense more than you saying without Harry Potter we could have won all of his games. That's the
I didn't
same
say shit
dumbass.
about Harry Potter. That's what you guys love to do. I haven't mentioned fucking Potter one time.
No, but that's what we presumed when Thomas Tuchel was the manager. He got us those points that we're not going to be fighting in relegation zone.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like we would have lost every game that Tuchel wasn't here. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that.
Well, I remember what we did it after he left. When June 20.
No, but like
this got asked. Hang on, this got asked yesterday on the casually stream. Would we be better off now? Would we be better off this season with Tuchel?
Better than what we are, definitely.
Those type of hypotheticals are just you can answer them anyway, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but you cannot ignore him, Jimmy. You
I was
cannot
gonna say, you can't ignore them. We'd have more points. I'm guaranteeing we'd have more points, which means
But what would that mean? Okay, we'll be in 8th. Big fucking deal.
So it's better than what we are in now.
But it doesn't mean anything.
We would be competing for Europe with Tuchel. That would be the only.
No, we wouldn't. No,
we fucking wouldn't. Man. We'll be. This team is shit. Hold on. Okay. Who would be scoring goals?
I think we'd be a bit more defensive. Well,
get the fuck out of here, man! Y'all guys are listen. Don't get me wrong. We're playing like shit, but don't start with this revisionist history. Thomas Tuchel right now took Bayern Munich and made them worse. So don't tell me that if Tuchel was here,
but like would there still be like the constant brain dead decisions we were seeing from Lampard and from Potter? That would be getting from Tuchel.
Who knows when he
No.
Decisions.
No, I think we'd be better. But I choose to see it this way. He already lost the dressing room a long time ago. Think of how much worse it would have gotten if they kept him in charge for several months.
It depends on the players that he lost the dressing room. Those are the players I think.
True. Depends on which players he lost.
So we ain't finishing 11th.
Yeah, I think Mount is one of them. As much as people saying it's not, I think Mount is one of them that lost the patience, with Tuchel. I think Mount is one of them.
Pulisic, I think it was most players.
I think it would have been better.
I know Ziyech 100%. I think Mount was one of them.
Probably Mount, Pulisic. Well, we know Pulisic. We know Pulisic was one.
Yeah, Pulisic right book.
Pulisic
so I
was
think
one.
Pulisic
Even Kai probably.
No.
Well, no,
He
Kai
said
was one of the person that was surprised. I think he came out and said he was surprised.
Well, Kai and him got the same plug, so I don't know.
Yeah, and it don't even matter because Kai was shit when he was there. He shit when he was gone, so it don't matter who care about Kai's opinion.
If you comparing what would Tuchel done different between what Potter as the final destination, wishing where Chelsea was fighting for the titles, there's no difference between them. Yeah. I agree with you.
I'll say this though.
Yeah, the final
I agree. I think Tuchel is too good of a manager to have to do the. How many Potter had 3 wins and what? Tuchel would have did that. I agree. It wouldn't have been this bad, but we wouldn't have been fighting for top 4.
But I'm not saying that. Top 7 though, I think we're competing.
Yeah,
I say we'd have been about 8th. I give us 8, 7.
Look,
anything between 6 and 8.
You can be 8th and 10 points behind 7th.
Which to me would still been. I still wouldn't have been having a good season. I still would feel the same way I feel now.
Like you're saying that you don't have a revisionism.
Breaking news. Harry Redknapp launches extraordinary claim that Harry Kane could team up with Poch and make the daring move to join Chelsea from Tottenham.
Yeah, that's not going to
happen. I'm so glad
it's not happening. They're not telling us Harry Kane.
TV's not.
Look,
I'd love it, but I highly doubt it.
Jimmy, you said that you don't like revisionism. I agree with you, but that's the way you can make your assumption on the future. For example,
I'm not saying I don't like to. I'm not saying I don't like to do revisionism, but I'm just not going to say that we would have lost every game that Tuchel wasn't there.
But based on how you think in this situation, I can actually say I think that we could have played better. Based on the transfer market we had in the
No, I agree with that. I just said that. I don't think under no condition.
Mudryk is one of those players that the way Thomas Tuchel likes, the ones that takes on, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Like he likes his players to get to the he get them to the final third, and then you do what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex, so he would have worked better with Tuchel. I agree.
Alex, I can throw another one in there and say, instead of even the time Tuchel had, let's just say Potter had the whole season, right? As we were trying to hypothesize, let's say he had a preseason. Let's say we didn't buy those players, the Sterlings and the Koulibalys. We bought the team more closer to what the owner wanted, more closer in the image of what the players we got in January, and we let Potter
That
have
will assume that
the
that's
preseason.
what you
We
would
could also
hold on,
say he
that-
might have gotten
the-
more
the- the-
points.
That's what you would have assumed if the Potter was in any kind of conversation to buy players in the first place. I refuse to believe that Potter, knowing how bloated our squad is, would have gone for any players.
I'm not saying he would have gone for any players. I'm saying we would not have gotten Sterlings and Koulibalys. Like those were Tuchel signings. We got those players for Tuchel.
Sometimes I wonder, did we lose a couple of center backs on free?
Yes,
So
we
what do
did.
you
We
mean
lost
we're not
2
buying
on them.
anybody?
I'm talking. What? But we got those players based on what Tuchel wanted. Did we not bring Aubameyang because Tuchel wanted it?
So who would have bought then? There's any difference?
Someone else that maybe they had a better idea based on maybe what Potter suggested to them, or someone they had in the back of their mind.
Revisionist history.
That's one thing
but
I
we're
will
all
definitely
revising
not
here.
go
That's what I'm
because there's
saying.
no even
not.
Brighton
There's no
job
what?
even Brighton job proves me that Potter it's not has anything to do with the signings.
Okay, so the owners would have gotten. I'm saying it would have been different players other than ones that we got because of Tuchel while he was here that have turned out to be one of the worst set of signings we've had so far this whole year.
And if your aunt had balls,
Am I wrong?
she'd be your own.
First of all, yeah, you are wrong. If you remember,
But we're all. I don't know why
Pat,
Jess is
hold on
saying
a
that.
second.
We're
If
all
you
revising
remember,
here.
Thomas Tuchel want Ake, he want Delinquent, he want he did not want that fraud from Spain.
Yeah, no, sorry, Alex. I was about to say. I swear only Sterling and
he kept
Aubameyang,
changing
who
his
we
mind
bought,
on
was
that
who we wanted. Like he
Yes.
actually said, because I swear he wanted like Delit or Ake for the centre back replacements.
He definitely
You guys
wanted
don't see what I'm
Ake because I remember the streams where
Yeah,
everybody
because I
was
remember I was arguing
cussing
with
about
Chelsea
Ake.
players
Oh, we
saying
don't
that
want
I
Ake.
like Ake.
Ake shit. Ake shit. And he's the best left back in the league this shit.
That's not
Oh,
even what I'm saying. I'm saying the situation would have
I'm not
been
talking about
different.
you, what you're saying. Moya,
We're
relax,
just saying,
bro.
yeah. Remember the
Yeah, I'm
conversation?
just saying, I
I
remember when.
No, but you said, hold on a second.
No,
That's not
you're
what you
right.
said.
He did
This
want
is
Ake,
exactly
but I'm
what you
saying the
said. You said
situation would have
we
been
signed Koulibaly
different.
for Tuchel, which we didn't. You
So
said
you
we
think,
bought Koulibaly.
regardless of whoever would have been in charge, we would have gotten Koulibaly?
Based on how we looked, I still think we're looking for the same type of player.
We could have done worse than Koulibaly, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
nobody in
Could
here
have,
thought
yeah, I don't-
Koulibaly was a bad signing. Nobody. I literally saw
And our
no-
defense ain't losing us games. It's our offense.
It's not.
We have
It's
the
really
third
not.
best defense in the league.
You know what it is,
Yep.
Justice? When it rains, it pours. So you just tear up everybody. But our defense is not losing us games. We can't fucking
Okay,
score.
Koulibaly's one player.
Well,
What
set
about
pieces
Sterling?
are proven wrong.
Yeah, we
We
did score
Sterling
an own goal last night. So
score.
it was part of
Again,
it.
Hey, the
Sterling.
fan base was creaming over Sterling. They wanted both Sterling and
Yeah, I didn't
that
want
fraud at Arsenal.
I didn't want
I didn't want
Sterling.
Sterling either.
Look,
I did not want Sterling.
but hold on a
This player
second.
was
Of course you did.
Moya,
Of
Moya,
course
you're
you did.
forgetting
I
one
didn't.
thing. The way he used what's his name? I don't want
Sterling.
like what Sterling. It's completely different how we use him now. And that was the problem in the first place. For him to play in the wider positions, you need a lot of creativity for him to succeed. But the way he played more in the center, right under the Aubameyang, he was brilliant. Don't forget that. Sterling was good when he's closer to the center forward. Even yesterday, when people said that Aubameyang didn't do well, let's go based on how you think. What's his name? Did Mudryk did good?
Mm-hmm.
Guess why? Because the center backs were occupied with the center forward.
Yeah, it's space.
Did Sterling all of a sudden slightly became better when he was on the right?
Get space, bro. When you got a
He gets
nine,
space.
that somebody have to pay attention to.
You
Get
don't
space.
need you don't necessarily not need to actually be that much involved in it. The threat that you provide to the center backs, you cannot ignore it. If he would have slightly better game. What's his name? Aubameyang. Like the game. Like he hadn't played in the game in a long time. If he had more game time, it would be a completely different story.
But my
And
question
that's
is this: what did people think Aubameyang would look like after not playing for so long? Like,
He'd look like our best striker.
but no, but I'm talking about the people who like, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Like, he didn't even play an entire fucking half. Like
30 minutes game time in 16 games.
Exactly. Like what? Sometimes
Lewis, I'm about.
Take care,
Yeah,
Justin.
See you, Justin.
Real. Big up,
Later,
my
Justin.
dude.
Safe travel on the gravel, brother.
Save the polar bears in Texas.
Facts. But yeah, I don't know what they were expecting. But we played better with him on the pitch, though. I want to see him have more games.
Definitely.
This season.
I want to see Madueke out there. How about that? The fuck we got to do to see Madueke?
Bro, Chukwuemeka wasn't even on the bench.
Jeez, don't even get me started on that. And
I don't get why the recent managers don't rate him.
Conor fucking Gallagher. Conor Gallagher was in the 9 at times. When Sterling had to come out and get the ball, Conor Gallagher was at the 9, bro. Think about that.
Why are we anyway?
I
said this before. Why are we surprised?
He's our best player, man. Of course.
Maybe it's time to see some of those players more that played today. I hope he's talking about the bench.
Lampard is an actual criminal. I don't care. This guy,
Lampard couldn't manage a fucking Nando's, bro. No, Nando's is too big. What's the other little place named Marley's? He couldn't manage a fucking Marley.
Possibly the worst manager that most fans have seen in Premier League history.
I've never seen 5 games. Can somebody name a worse manager? All jokes aside.
Frank de Boer, Crystal Palace. What was his record? 7.
His record was 4 losses out of 4, 7 goals conceded. Lampard has managed to eclipse that.
Oh my!
Oh shit! He's already done that.
I'd argue, by the way. Say what you want about form. By the way, say what you want about form and everything. I'd argue a better team as well.
Wow!
I have a slightly rumor something about player.
He's the worst manager.
Apparently, City as of right now do not look to activate Lavia's thing.
That doesn't surprise me massively.
Let me tell you what can happen now. So now Arsenal PR can lie and say they after him, and then we can go really get him.
Yeah.
They have to next season anyway.
Arsenal, their PR team right now about to turn up the bullshit heavy.
They can't do anything until 2024 anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah.
Another thing that this season could have been wrong if it was Tuchel stayed for long. We have too many young players. Tuchel does not like. I don't think Tuchel is for the young players.
Yeah.
I think he needs accomplished team for
I'm
that.
tired of these young players, man. I don't know. I want some 26, 27-year-old to be signed. I don't know.
No. That's one thing I will disagree with you, Rodrigo, based on one tiny thing, and that tiny thing is we building a team around Enzo, and Enzo's young.
Yep.
And I can tell you for the past 3 or 4 games, I see his weaknesses. He is not a complete midfielder. The price does not show his true value. The price only showed the market.
Yeah.
But his ability and potential are big. And if we do not hire appropriate manager for that, we build in a false...
you got to remember, that's kind of the price within the price. At his age and that price, you're paying for the potential. For what he could do.
You are kind of playing for the player he is in terms of like at the time we bought him, he was the best young midfielder in the world, and I'd argue he still is.
He still is.
And like,
change. Yeah,
I was gonna say, and the problem is like Alex, like we've put him in a position where, like I said it the moment we signed him. By the way, like I was on the Enzo train, but I said the moment we signed him, I think that like he's not a DM. Like you can't expect him to play that. Even after there was a game that we played, I think it might have been the Dortmund game or another game where I was talking about how he was getting cooked defensively, and I got pushed back on that. Bro, defensively he's quite poor, but that's because he's not a fucking DM.
He's not a DM.
No.
I'm screaming for that in this summer window.
I think the Premier League is faster. He's not adopted yet.
No,
that's
but he's
fair.
not a
Again, that
DM.
just-
What
But even
Scott is
still,
saying
he's
is
not a
true.
DM.
put him
He's
in
not a
positions where
DM.
he's the
So
deepest
watch.
guy, and it's like, why?
we're not. I'm not saying he's DM. I'm not saying he's a 10. I'm saying he is judged right now as a free, like a first time in England, and I see weaknesses that he's not a complete midfielder, not because he can't be, just because of what I see. He takes too much time on the ball, like Jorginho does. Jorginho knows how fast the team, so he can release the ball quicker. Sometimes he overholds the ball. That's all it is.
Yeah,
That
and
could come in the later when he gets adapted to the Premier League.
yeah,
And people don't get it. When you get, by the way, if you understand how we play, how many times Aubameyang got the ball over the top from Felix yesterday?
yeah.
3 times. 3 times he got the ball over the top. What the reason why that's never happened? Because nobody else is doing it, but Felix does it, and he can do it from
Enzo,
the
you
deeper
mean, not
position.
Felix. Enzo.
Enzo, sorry.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for me, I think the next manager is the biggest thing for those players that we bring to build the team around them. We
Yeah.
don't need to look at that. We don't have a complete team.
What I will say
We
as well,
have
by the
a
way,
team that
Alex,
needs to be built.
just talking on midfielders as well, by the way, like with Pochettino, we saw that basically every club he was at until PSG bought Messi. When it came to the midfield, he used to set his midfields up fairly well. Like at Tottenham, their midfield, like I would say that was one of the
he
strongest
had
parts of their team.
domination at the
And even at PSG, their midfield was fine. Like their midfield was good until they bought Messi, because then their midfield literally they had to do all the defending.
Yeah,
Like,
Alex, you might not like this, but I think Enzo would have looked better in these 6 months with Jorginho next to him.
He would have done 100%.
Than whoever's
Yeah,
playing.
because I'm sick of seeing him seen as like the deep six when he's clearly better going forward with his passing.
That's not how you're supposed to look at the thing, man. You're looking at like
No,
a
I'm saying
regista.
temporary. I'm saying temporary. As
Yes,
in,
he's
until
there
Jorginho's
because
contract
he's
run out.
there. I don't think you should look at it. Even if from that position, he can pick a pass better than we had, the player over there. But if you will help him and give him addition to that position, it will be even better.
I think in the first phase, like I'm talking from build up, from defensive phase, I don't think I don't want to see him there. That's not his strong suit. Someone like
that's what I disagree with you. He's the kid that likes the ball a lot, so he will go. Unless instructions gonna tell him do not drop deep, he's still gonna go.
But that
You see what I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't
Look
think
at
that
look
affects
at-
his game. If
look at
another
him.
if a DM is there, him dropping deep, it only helps.
Also,
Yes,
what you said,
but
Alex,
that's
is
not
right.
how it works, Jimmy.
No,
Right?
but
The
no,
midfielders are looking for the exit routes. If you press, the midfielder counts on the
It's hard,
center back.
but we sit here arguing about something that kind of we don't know what he could be because he's not in his position. So I'm not judging him. Period. He's not
Also,
in his
Alex,
position, so I don't care how he looked negative
And
because he's
I'm
not in his
arguing.
position.
No. That's not what I'm saying, Jimmy. Hold on, Scott. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he is in his position because when the next person comes in, they both gonna be in those positions. Because when I see Kovacic or other midfielders deeper than him, he still goes deeper because he's kind of the player that likes to ball to be played to him all the time, just like
but
Jorginho.
No, but Alex, there's a way you get around that, and you can have two midfielders dropping deep. It's fine. That's what happens at times at Brighton under De Zerbi. It's how the other players around them move, and it's how they pivot it. Like you see at times where Gross is deeper than Caicedo, or Caicedo is deeper than Gross, or they're both deep to
That's what
receive
I'm
the
talking
ball.
about.
It's because the other players around them. That's the thing. And the thing with Enzo, what you said earlier about doing all
How
the stuff
he
he does.
cannot pass it.
No,
on
doing the
left.
stuff he does, like he can do that. The thing with him being further up the pitch is he can do that, but he has more license to do more things because even if something doesn't come off, with him where he is, he's in trouble.
That's,
like
I
because of
think you're
position.
missing the one big thing
Whereas
that people don't
if
realize.
he's
Why
playing
don't
further up the pitch and there is someone behind him, say he tries something, it doesn't come off,
He's
it's
not in
less
trouble.
problem.
Yes, he
There's
got
not as
covered.
much problems.
Yeah,
look?
exactly. He's further
I
up
think
the
you.
pitch.
I think you don't understand why is the reason why those players, even when we do have it, do you see Kovacic or any other midfielder high in a position when what's his name, when Aubameyang came in. It's because of the presence of the center forward. That space eliminates by number 10, but we don't have a center forward. So there's a lot of 10s that are roaming around. So our players don't go up, period, because there is too much movement. Do you understand? With the player as a 9, that stationary is number 9, that can be bought, that will improve the possession and space between the midfield and the center forward. That's where original 10 is supposed to be present. But we don't have it, so we have to drag the midfield higher. That's your assumption that we need the stationary defensive midfielder because the movement is not there now. But the movement is going to be there the minute we buy a center forward. The number 10s from each side can make that space disappear. That way, midfielders can do the midfield job and connect one to another. Or midfielder can connect wider players and stretch the defense. I don't understand how you like. There's a simple geometry of the way you play this game. You play the lines. If the space in the lines, if the space does not fit with your player, there's no lines to be there. You either pass it to there or you drag your ball with you to that space. And how do we look? We look like we're dragging. Every time a midfielder gets the ball, we're not passing. We're running with the ball to that space because there's no movement.
Oh my God, you raise a good point. There's another in the game yesterday. I've seen it so many times. We run with the ball, and then we release the ball. I keep screaming, release. I saw Chilwell. I saw Kante. They've run with the ball. They've eliminated the press from Brighton, from Brentford. And then at the point where you have to release the ball, and then the pressure is back on you because you didn't release
and defenders
the ball.
already set up the defensive line, and it's it. And you play like you're playing against the low block.
Yes.
Rodrigo, do you know what I like with what a lot of what Alex saying? Like, do you know what I put so much of that down to as well, or a large part of that down to is the coaching. Like,
it is coaching
to these players. Like we talked about earlier with City. Like we talked about City. The reason why it's so sharp is because there's a reason why we've seen before with that City team. Like I know that they're one of the best teams in the world, right? But like there are reasons why we see with that City team. You know, Grealish comes out, Foden comes in. It's the same. Apart from small tweaks, you see whoever's playing on the right, whether it be Mahrez or say he comes out, Silva goes in there. It's the same. It's because all of these guys, they've entirely changed their fullbacks, and it's just worked.
And remember, and Scott, hold on, I don't mean to cut you, but and all of these guys are not all on the same talent level. But but the shit is like a well-oiled machine because it's either you coaching it or allowing it. Either one.
And that's my biggest question to Lampard. Not because I don't rate him as a manager whatsoever. But my God, I don't want to put his playing legacy to you know what I'm saying?
It's too late. He's doing it already.
I think most fans are saying that.
I don't want to compare it. I don't want to compare because it's unfair to compare it. But as a player, man, you play the game. How you cannot see those basic things that the lines don't work?
Yeah. But this is what I'm
the
saying.
Lines
this is
don't
where
work.
I hope.
City press yesterday, City press, which has impressed me. They saying that City pressed them so hard that Arsenal couldn't do shit. No, that's not how they pressed. What they did is they press specific player and make him make the high risk pass. Mm-hmm. When you make a player that's not comfortable on the ball, make those high risk pass, 99% of them not gonna reach, and that's how you set up the trap.
Also, I
you
think
specific player, Odegaard, as much as he good. When you are playing against the low block, don't tell me he's good when he gets pressed. He has to make.
I think he gave the ball away for the second goal.
Yes, it's not because he can't. It's because it's a risky pass in the first place.
But like Alex, I think we've touched on this before. But like when you press as a team, the pressing isn't just about pressing a team. It's about like having a
trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, and it's like, for example, it might be like a lot of teams will press down a certain side or to a certain player. Because they know that player. Like, for example, like the game I'll always go back to is the Arsenal game where we lost because that Jorginho, the own goal. Like, and I know it's one game, but it's just an example of this where like their trigger was every time Zuma got on the ball because he was one of the worst players in the team for us on the pitch in terms of on the ball. So they know, cool. As soon as he gets the ball, we're pressing. because he's more likely to make a mistake on the ball than other players. And it's like that. You have triggers, like Alex said. You set traps. You press them down one side of the pitch because you know that one player is particularly good in terms of like
one thing I think Scott, you don't press the center back. You direct the center back to go.
That's what I mean. That's
you
what
don't
I mean.
have to go close to Zuma. You make him
No,
pass
no,
it
but I
where
would
you
say
want.
we didn't,
You
though.
make him
Like-
pass where you want him to pass it.
Yeah, but I'll say the own goal came from, we didn't press Zuma. We pressed Chilwell, or they pressed Chilwell, Jorginho. Like they pressed his options. So all of a sudden he's panicking in his head. Yeah, like or they pressed the options that he had, so that he then panics, passes to Jorginho under pressure, and Jorginho then panics himself or has to play it quickly, and it ends in that own goal. And so that's the thing.
And actually, if you think about it, yeah, usually most teams what they do when the goalkeeper has the ball, they go to the fullback. But if you think about actually the fullback, if the fullback can't control the ball, if is a overhead pass, it goes up for throw-in. So what most teams, at least I've seen from City, they will force you to go wide to your fullback because they know the fullback has how many options fullback has? He has 2 options. He's either going back or 3 actually, sorry, or go forward or go infield. The fullback cannot go to the other side because the ball will go out for throwing. So these are zones that you can
explain me that comment from Jose Miguel.
I don't know. I've been reading that like 3 times.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. Let me have a look. I'll bring that one up. Let me just go through these super chats.
Yeah, yeah.
Big up no one saying, firstly,
If
big
you
up
can
Pep.
explain
Just
Jose
save the
Miguel.
season from becoming a nightmare. Secondly, what you guys think about our dynasty process. Will Poch be our Arteta or Pep?
forget
Very
that.
early to speculate. Like, we have to see what
No,
team he
Poch
has
will be our Poch. Forget about being an Arteta or club. Forget that.
Yeah.
Forget. I would advise Chelsea fans, forget it. Forget about we're gonna be successful winning trophies. Nah, just like what Scott said, we want to see a coherent team. That's what we want from Poch. Literally has to build a team from scratch. Like this would be like stories that when you hear, he took Offenheim from 17th to top 4, or he took do you know those stories that we hear from other teams? We are those teams now. We literally are a team where we can finish, I don't know, 15th, and then he will come in and build us up.
Yeah,
I agree, Josh. Let's just draw a game. We can't even. Yeah,
Big
let's
up
just
to
draw a
Ryan
game at
saying this is
least.
the worst ever
I'm
ever
not big
season in
up
the Premier League from a team pound for pound, in my opinion. By the way, Alexander the Great oozing again last night. Obese James who? Why is he in your head rent free like this, brother? He's not even playing.
Cry, Ryan. Keep crying, Ryan. That trophy is taller than you.
Just enjoy your football. Fuck it now.
Actually, I want Liverpool to win, but not
No
winning.
fucking
So
way.
I want them
Liverpool
to
more than I hate Arsenal.
I want them to finish in a conference league. I don't want them to have
more
one
than
game a
I
week.
hate Arsenal. Let's that sink in.
I don't want them to have one game a week next season because I think Liverpool will actually do something if they only play one game a week. So it's good they'll go in Conference League or Europa League next season.
Let me just use the last super chat. Big up Fadil saying players that should leave: Sterling, Mount, Gallagher, Kepa, Chalobah, Ziyech, Cucurella, Ruben, Loftus-Cheek, Havertz, Oba, Lukaku, Pulisic. I'm going to add Mendy to that as well.
Yeah.
Cucurella is not. Don't need to.
Cucurella's not leaving.
Actually, yeah, Cucurella ain't.
I'd add Koulibaly personally.
By the way, neither's Havertz.
I think Poch will love
And neither
Cucurella.
is Sterling either. So.
Can somebody
Sterling,
explain me this tweet? I don't understand what he means.
I don't understand either.
Can you explain, Jose Miguel? Like, you know that the money is in UK government.
Advisors.
UK government controls the money from the sale, so I don't understand that point.
Neither do I. Josh, you weren't talking about the league though. He was just talking about Chelsea.
No, he did say at the start of his thing that the league, like, this is the worst.
This is the worst ever season in the Premier League from a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pound for pound.
I think I would even say is the worst performance from a big team in a top 5 European league in I don't know, AC Milan. No, I think it's the worst I've ever seen in my life from a big team.
It's getting worse, by the way. This is what actually cracks me up. Is like, it's bad now where we are in 11th. We're finishing 15th.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Like Wolves, all Wolves have to do, by the way, like, this is me going off. I think we're losing every game from now to the end of the season. If Wolves just beat Everton, they go above us. If Palace win a game, they go above us. If Bournemouth win their next game, which is against Leeds, which again is possible, and then beat us, they go level on points with us. They just need 1 more point to go above us. Like, we're finishing 15th at least, like potentially even lower.
And then if Bournemouth beat us,
no, if Bournemouth beat us, they'll go level on points as long as
Ryan,
they.
go retain the Premier League title first before you speak to us.
Jose Miguel, Jose Miguel saying, I'm saying the decisions. I still don't understand what he's saying. Like the decision, like the money was never in what's the name? Roman. Like he was never had them. All government always controlled those money. Like I don't understand how he.
What does he think comes out a bank account
like how they can get hold? Are you talking about maybe somebody in the UK government? I don't know, man.
That's the game I meant. I meant Bournemouth Southampton. If Bournemouth beat Southampton tonight, they'll go 3 points behind us.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Saints, do something.
Bro, you say come on, Saints, bro. They'll be like 7 points behind us. Like this is where we're at. We're fucked either way, bro.
No, I give up.
Oh my lord, we are really bad. I think.
Sorry, I tell a lie. Actually, Southampton winning would be fine. They're 12 points behind us, or they would be 12.
Remember Derby County in 2008? Do you think? I think we're just as bad as them.
No, they got like 9 points. We're not as bad.
They got 11, I think. Their points.
Yeah, they got the lowest.
I know we're bad, but let's not over dramatize it.
Oh my lord!
I'll put it. I would say since January, I'd say our form has been as bad as that team.
Yeah.
This is for Ryan in the chat. We're as bad as 29 years out of their 30 in the Premier League. That's how bad we are.
Do you know what?
I'm trying to understand Jose Miguel's comment. Like,
I don't think you can. I can't lie.
Yeah,
it's not stealing. It's every decision ruins the team and ruins the economy.
What?
I'm trying to understand you. I have based on a name. I don't think it's English. So even mine is not in good English. So I don't think I can understand it. But if you think that, I don't think Romovich is that spiteful. If you want to, if you think that Roman Abramovich tried to be spiteful and somehow, I wouldn't say that. I would say more the other guy that used to be Everton owner and used to be Arsenal owner. That guy is spiteful. I would pass it by. Yeah, I would pass it by if he was the Chelsea owner. He will not give up. We will be in deeper shit if the other guy, because that guy is a prick. Yeah, I'm trying to understand his conversation.
Because Roman could have taken us into litigation. Could have said, right, we have to pay.
Yeah. There's a how you say it? Jurisdictional. Anyway, it's a courts. It could be dragged into courts for years.
Yes, easily for years as well.
Yes, so it's not I don't think it's anything to do with that. Pro-Russian against Russian, who gives a fuck? As long as the conflict finished as quick as possible.
Yeah.
For the rest of us.
Chelsea.
But yeah.
Weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're suffering. Why you put the suffering and smiley face over there, Scott?
Bro, I told you yesterday. You know what I'm after the rest of this season? Complete chaos. Complete chaos.
You sound like a
no joke. I would laugh, and I kind of would also be kind of happy if Jorginho scores against us for Arsenal next week. I don't care. It would just be. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god!
I just don't care.
Josh, now you're trolling me, my.
Can you imagine if they score 6 against us? By the way. No, can you imagine if they saw 7 and the 7 up memes come out?
Oh my lord!
Oh, dear. I'll just be taking a break.
So when's the last time Arsenal haven't won a game in what? 3-4 games?
4 games.
Like 4,
they haven't won in 4 games.
Something like that.
Okay, there you go. They're getting.
They got 3 draws.
Yeah, they got 3 draws and a loss, I think.
You see, President Jafar, I will disagree with you on that. I think Putin is wrong for what he did. I just understand the reasons, but I do think he's wrong for doing it.
That's a really sticky situation, a really thin line to be walking.
Not a thin line. Everybody has their.
No, what you said. I'm just talking that conversation of
President Jafar, I'm starting to look at you a little funny.
That's Pandora's box. You don't want to open that.
No. Look,
At like
I think
half, like 5 p.m. in the afternoon for us English people.
Yeah.
I just think there's no good comment out of what he did, and I think
Exactly.
that was the wrong decision for him to do. I'm just saying that I understand his point of view, what he did, because there's more than just that conflict. That conflict was going on for a long time, and to be fair to the Ukraine is one of the biggest countries in Europe, and they are divided. They've always been divided. My mom is Ukrainian. And to be exactly her family is from Dnipro, where the actual Mudryk is from. And when people saying his real name is his nickname is Misha, no, his real name is Misha, and that's a Russian name he has.
Oh,
he
so what
changed it to Mikhailo, and people don't know the history. And when people saying like, "Oh, you Russian sympathizer," no, I'm just Russian with knowing the conflict thing. The conflict just happened now. You just need to know. That's it. But he was wrong for what he did. And I will always say that it was the wrong step and he will regret it. But we move.
Isn't it almost like in a conflict when two brothers are fighting? It's always...
Exactly.
And
this is how we're looking at this situation.
Yeah.
We're literally saying that it's a civil war. It's nothing. It's a civil war.
Yeah.
I'm not proper Chelsea. Don't put me.
Hey, no one on this panel is proper Chelsea.
Proper.
We're all proper fucking Chelsea.
Off the Chelsea. Off the Chelsea.
Back the Chelsea. Chelsea. But yeah, guys, I think we are going to wrap up here. I do have to head out as well. But
when are you doing with troops?
Oh yeah, I'm on the Back Again pod later tonight. Filming that.
You're gonna go there with chest, yeah?
Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go and be shameless. Their title race.
Oh my lord!
I'm gonna enjoy
Just
it.
talk about how they fluffed their title race. Just come on there.
Where's your title?
When is the women team? When is the women team?
Five
in an hour.
No way, there's a gooner in here trying to talk with chest themselves, bro. Where's your title, bruv? Where's your
Lewis.
title gone?
Lewis. Of a season, you're still not winning.
By the way, I saw someone say it earlier, and I might have to agree, despite how much I dislike him as a manager. Ollie might be better than Frank.
Oh yeah.
But when I said that,
I think Ollie is better. I always said. Are you fucking kidding me? He finished second.
When I said that,
Ollie a better manager for Man United.
When you said that at the time, you were wrong.
No, I wasn't wrong at the time.
You were wrong.
Alex, the only reason I say that is because
I wasn't wrong at the time.
Alex, the only reason I say that is because I despised Ollie's. Like, I think Ollie is one of the worst managers I've seen, and he might be worse. He might be better, or he might be better than Frank.
Well, you saying that doesn't trigger me. I know what your type of the managers are, so you anyway.
Jeez, Ollie is unbeaten against Frank.
You want
in the
whole
league.
fan base to suffer, so yeah. Much respect to Sam Allardyce.
we could do with Big Sam right now in that relegation.
If they hired Lampard,
we could.
earlier.
He probably will put Mudryk up top and play same 5 midfielders.
Fuck it, why not?
That's what I'm saying. If you play the way it is, why not? Put Mudryk on the left. Put Mudryk on the left side corner of the field, and just stay there. Every time we get pressed, just kick the ball in that space and let Mudryk run.
Enzo would get like 10 assists from now to the end of the season, just be hitting 50-yard balls every single time to Mudryk.
Exactly.
On the counter attack.
That reminded me, yesterday, there was a time where Sterling, right?
I said enjoy Millwall away. Enjoy getting battered in the last 16 of the Champions League and winning.
Yeah, let me ask Joshua Collins. What fan base more disappointed in the season? Chelsea fans or Arsenal fans? Who's more disappointed in their seasons?
That is a great question.
Where's your title gone? Where's your title gone? Where's your title gone, dickheads?
If you're gonna bring up you in the Champions League, we will be in Champions League this season.
We got the same amount of trophies this season.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know why they think they're
going
to
as much as we have, and we're 11th. You man,
it's
shit.
A genuine question.
Man are going into the Champions League in pot 3, bruv, and they want to talk shit.
They're
going to be in pot 3.
Wait, what? Answer to my question, Joshua. Answer me. Which fan base is like who? What does that has to do with anything? I just got better by Brentford,
Hold
and you
that,
telling
bruv.
me
They never
you
touched
telling me
it.
we got better by Real
They
Madrid.
never touched it, bruv.
Wait, hold on.
They never
He talked
touch
about
it, bro.
asking
I
about
have
the
no.
Real
I
Madrid.
actually
Let
have
alone,
a genuine
hold on,
question.
Alex. Let alone Sporting Lisbon, man. Where's his self-awareness here? Like he's talking about us getting battered by Real Madrid. Well, them not getting battered by Sporting Lisbon, for God's sake. Where's the self-awareness here?
Josh,
I'm
that's
just
a fair
no.
point. Imagine bottling the Europa League. That could never be our club. That could never be our
No,
club.
I'm saying like seriously. If you think of like
How do you feel from that halfway line goal against
if we
Sporting?
finish it, if the season is over right now and Arsenal is the second and Chelsea is whatever, whose fan base more disappointed?
Josh, this
Arsenal
is for you, bro.
or Chelsea?
It's peak, bro.
That's all it is.
Man, Arsenal.
You're not lifting anything with that chest either, bro. You're not lifting nothing.
We're not
The
as
thing is,
disappointed on
season.
our team because we knew our team is shit. You thought your team was good.
Hey, you thought you
still
were
win
going
the
to win the
trophy
league,
before
innit?
now.
You said it on the chest that you were going to win the league. Don't backtrack now.
Oh, it's a good season now.
Them fans were chanting,
You
"We got Super Mick Arteta. We're going to win the Premier League." I mean, come on.
But yeah, you man, I do have to bounce. I do have to
Fat
wrap
Don
up.
Robbie made the
Arsenal
what's his
fans,
name?
hold that. You're winning nothing, dickheads. And yeah, congratulations in advance on the win next week. Big up everybody that's locked in.
This is gonna get kept for next week. You know that.
Oh, Fatty, you going to hospital again?
No, very funny.
What are you donating?
Very
What are you
funny.
donating, Fator?
The Lakers lost, man.
No,
Big up everyone. We're raiding never a foul. Big up, my guys. Peace.